1 minute! Let's go! The countdown. We're starting on time. I'm up at 2 a.m. in Vegas for FanFest. Woo! What a way to spend Vegas. Spend my time in Vegas. But I'm ready. Should be a cold open into the trailer. I'm predicting they're going to extend the scene, but I think we'll get about 15 to 20 seconds extra of time during the fight between the Warrior of Light and Galul. And then I think we'll see Alphino briefly. Alphino or no, I think they'll keep Kryl out of the trailer until the last one. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Meteor! Wait, that's a 0. That's so clever. I love this song. Everyone jamming.
Blue seas, clear skies, and boundless possibilities.
Please just release it. Just release the song.
Destination will soon be in sight.
Enjoying yourself for a change?
So glad to see Aaronville in the trailer. Always glad to see him. The instrumentation's a little different from the last time. Soken has changed it a bit. Yeah, I think because it's the slightly extended version. Yeah, this is a little longer. And the lyrics haven't kicked up yet.
There's no cause for panic.
So this must, yeah, this is a fuller version, yeah. That's a big dude.
This one might make for a worthy opponent.
Oh, Estinian's having a good time. That thing is large. He's playing Monster Hunter. He's literally just playing Monster Hunter. He's doing the hunt. See, he's having a good time with the Mammal Jaw. This is actually a much further extended trailer. Galul, why? Much more, come on. Do what we all predicted. Extend this scene. Are they doing it? No, they're not doing it there. That's such bait. I mean, they might go back to it though. The Nutkin! It's here! Is it looking for Thancred? The Nutkin is here. Oh, the take a bite didn't line up this time.
Do you have a moment to speak further?
Estinians. I like how. Oh, there we go. They came back to it. I see dual swords. There we go. Unless that's he's actually just playing ninja. It's hard to tell. Looks like he might. Oh no, he's on something completely different. Just dual swords instead of daggers. There we go. Oh, here we. Oh, see, I didn't see that coming. He's putting. That's it. He's got dual sabers. So I saw some people predict that. They predicted that it would be Zidane's weapon. There's Alphino. In his original outfit. Yeah, I saw a few people predict that. That was exciting. They did go back. That was a pretty well extended trailer. Yeah, I think it's called a swallow. Yeah, his hand was where his hand was hovering. We got it now. That was, dude, that song is so good. That was a lot more of an extended trailer than I thought. Play the Endwalker theme right now. It's alright, banger after, yeah, and then Yoshi P comes out. In the outfit. Yeah, see, if it's the Warrior of Light job, him coming out in the outfit is more likely. Yeah. Because that's what he almost always comes out as, whatever the Warrior of, except when he came out as Black Mage the one time.
Thank you for coming today.
He won't be holding the swords the whole time, I guarantee that.
Welcome to the Final Fantasy XIV
I like the shoulders.
2023 in London.
Woo!
My name is Naoki Yoshida, producer and director of Final Fantasy XIV.
Little hood behind too. I mean, we knew the hood. He's got it on in the trailer.
Also, welcome Michael Christopher Coach Fox.
Yeah. I like how you could just briefly see him behind. It almost looked like a photo bomb.
It's great to be back. That said, some of you are probably wondering,
where's Kate?
What did Koji do with Kate?
Yeah.
It's okay. Kate is back in Japan working with the team overtime to make sure that the game comes out in summer of 2024.
There you go.
So for now, you're stuck with me.
Give us Kate back. We're done with you, Koji.
日本で 7.0 の作業バリバリしてるからね。今日はコージに、プライマルズと同時に通訳をお願いしてます。日本の皆さんも、それから配信を見ている全世界の非課線の皆さんよろしくお願いします。
All right, that's right. Kate is hard at work back in Japan, and we thought that since Koji was going to be here with the Primals, we'd just try to get our money's worth. So
yeah, that's fair. Don't even have to pay him double.
改めて皆さんこんにちは、お久しぶりです。欧州ロンドン帰ってこれて本当に嬉しいです。
All right, it's great seeing you all again, and I'm so happy to be back in the UK.
No, I'm happy. Oh, I'm not in the UK. That's fine.
さて、北米に続いて開催となるファンフェスティバル2023、2024、今回は欧州ロンドンからお届けしてまいります。
Okay, so now coming hot off the heels of our most recent fan festival in North America, we are excited to kick off the festivities here in London.
I'm ready.
前回は北米でしたが、今回ようやく欧州にも帰ってこれました。欧州のプレイヤーの皆さんとお会いできて本当に嬉しいです。
All right, after seeing the fans again in Las Vegas, I've been really looking forward to seeing our fans here in Europe.
Thank you. そして改めて、Q14 から数えて13年、そして新生14、今年でついに10周年となります。
Yeah, I wonder if they actually screw together as props the swords.
ありがとうございます。改めてお礼を申し上げます。
All right, so we've come a long way in the 13 years since the launch of 1.0 and the 10 years since the relaunch of A Realm Reborn. And we couldn't have made it this far without you. It's been an amazing journey, and you have my deepest thanks for joining us along the way.
Yeah, I couldn't see the end of the other one. The bottom one. Screw them together. Do it.
And so now,
Don't point the sword at
I'd
Chad.
like to officially kick off the keynote address.
Woo!
Yoshida-san, what's with the...
Yeah, put them together.
気になる。
Yeah, what is it?
確かにね、トレーラーに出てましたね。
Oh, wow, that's a great artwork. Look, Valgarmanda in the back.
All right, it kind of looks like what our Warrior of Light was wearing in the trailer.
That's really good art.
僕も50歳になったので、そろそろコスプレは勘弁してほしいというふうにスタッフに言ったんですけど、どうしてもやれと。
So now I just turned 50 years old this year, and I'm getting a little old for cosplay, but
never
the
too
team
old.
Wouldn't take no for an answer, so.
Boo! Bull, you suggested it. Don't lie to the chat. Don't you lie. You wanted this.
から参りたいんですが、今スクリーンに映ってるこの、新しい CG イラスト、パッケージデザインになる予定です。ぜひ覚えておいてください。
All right, so with that, let's move on to our first piece of information. First, you have this great artwork up here. This is the package artwork.
It is really good artwork.
And da-dun.
Is that the release date that we're supposed to? Oh, new job. Okay. Yeah. Now, what are they going to call it? A few more names open up now that we know what the weapon type is. Of course, there's not a given. No way.
Our first new information is about the
Zidane.
And as always, rather than have me talk about it,
yeah, there's a
let's
short
give
video.
You an exclusive sneak peek with this video showing
there's,
the job in action.
Yeah, in action, like 4 skills, but yeah, it's in action. I like the hood. Hey, I needed that screen. The animation's already so nice. There's the 1-2-3 combo from like a million different angles that we always see. God, the animations are so good on the combined. What's interesting to note is that it swaps between the 2 forms. When he combines it, now he's fast. That was the same skill from 3 different angles. Yeah, when he actually combines the weapon, so it's probably the 1-2-3 combo, and the 1-2-3 combo transforms. You probably do a finisher, and the finisher combines them, and then it goes back the other way. Is that Gumat's in the back? Viper, what a name.
All right, so the first of our 2 new jobs being released with Dawn Trail.
Nobody had that on their list.
Melee DPS Viper.
VPR. Well, at least we know what it is. We have RPR and we have VPR now. VIP. Very important player.
Viper is a Final Fantasy XIV original.
Yeah, my face is covering it, but it's Viper. Listen, they could have put it anywhere. They had to put it in the bottom left. I gotta find some place for the camera.
So it was designed to cater to those players around the world who have been asking for a new dual-wield job that's different from Ninja.
People also said we want sword DPS. There, you've got 2 swords. Tell them to move.
And it was designed specifically for Dawn Trail.
Bro, people are weird. People be like, we need a sword DPS. Samurai's a sword DPS. That's not what I meant.
And as you can see here in the art, and from what was shown in the video, and what I am wearing, this is the Viper's job-specific gear.
How many times I've heard that? Yeah, the gear looks nice.
Let's take a closer look at the Viper's characteristics.
Yeah, what about Dark Knight? Yeah.
So the Viper's role is melee DPS, with the gear type falling under the dexterity melee category, or the same as Ninja.
Scouting. I mean, this is all going to be everything we expected. The next 5 to 10 minutes is probably not going to be a surprise in any capacity.
And Vipers will utilize dual blades that are unique to the job.
Yeah, in other words, not any ones that already exist. We don't care about the crowd at home. Just show the screen.
And of course, Viper will not have any required class. You'll start with the job.
This is as expected.
条件、使う条件は黄金のレガシーの、権利を所有していることと、いずれかのジョブレベルが80になっていることです。
And the only prerequisites for use being that the players have, of course, purchased Dawn Trail expansion
and
have at least 1 job at level 80.
80, there you go. I mean, this is all completely normal and expected. This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. It might be a surprise if you were hoping to see the screen, because they're not showing it. Ulda, okay. There you go. Just use that scene the whole time.
And again, the job should be available immediately at Dawn Trail's launch, as long as the aforementioned prerequisites are cleared.
He means
so
early
if you want to
access,
play the whole Dawn Trail main scenario as a Viper, you can do that.
続いてじゃあそのバトルイメージちょっと見ていきたいと思います。
All right, let's talk about the battle concept.
Yeah, early access.
バイパーはこの特徴として二刀流武器を使用しますが、
So a Viper will use a pair of one-handed blades to attack their foes.
これを用いた
That combine into a two-handed
この二刀流の攻
blade.
撃とさらにこのブレードを合体させた合体剣という攻撃2つ、持ってます。
But they can also combine these blades in a single two-handed weapon to deal heavier blows.
そして特徴的
That's the 2-minute.
なのがです
That's
ね
it.
常時
That's when
ヘイ
the
スト
2
が
minutes.
かかっているジョブ
We
にな
found
る
the 2-minute
ために
cooldown.
攻撃頻度かなり高いジョブになります。
So in addition to dealing swift attacks that are so fast that they feel like they already have haste cast on them,
Yeah,
今回
I mean,
まだ開
they're gonna
発
have
中という
ninja
ことで
attack speed, of
アク
course.
ションまだまだ少ないんですが、自己強化することで、先ほどねオーラをまとってましたが、そういった強力な、DPS を出せる状態という特殊なモードも用意されていま
Additional
す。
power.
and so a Viper also has the ability to summon this special
two-minute
power
button.
to temporarily enhance themselves, kind of like you saw with that aura that they had in the trailer. So basically, you're getting that extra DPS.
ウェポンスキルの間にアビリティを挟む頻度というのも非常に高いことを想定しているので、かなりスタイリッシュかつ操作頻度が高いジョブとして、現在開発が進んでます。
So Viper is a
God, they do
technically
need Ravana
demanding yet
weapons.
highly stylish melee job that affords frequent opportunities for players to execute various abilities in between the weapon skills.
ご期待に添えるように、開発を進めておりますので、どうぞこの新ジョブバイパーご期待ください。
All right, the development team is working hard to create something that lives up to your high expectations, so please look forward to it.
We always
ありが
look
とうございま
forward
す。
to it.
では
Yeah,
今の
Ravana weapons
バ
are
ト
a
ルのイメージ
must.
の説明を踏まえて、もう一度先ほどの動画、流してみたいと思います。
All right, so now, with all of that I've just explained in mind, let's take one more look at that video. Roll it.
Just put the swords down. Oh, he's combining them. They're gonna come out of the trailer with a combined, yeah. I saw him putting them together. Combo. 3. Bind. You show a third one? No, okay. Speed. I just love how they take the one skill and just show it from 3 different angles. And everyone's like, "Blah!" The music is great. The anime triple shot. There you go, yeah.
They
Don't
did a really
hurt.
great job with the cosplay.
Don't hurt yourself. He's like,
Yeah, you should hold off. It's gonna break. Don't break it. Be careful. Calm down.
Relax.
He
wanted to go behind the back, and he's like, I can't do that.
So now you all know that Dawn Trail will feature not 1, but 2 new jobs.
すでに遠隔魔法 DPS キャスターであることは皆さんにお伝えしていますが、さてどんなジョブになるのか。
All right, and you already know that the second job is to be ranged magic DPS.
Yes.
すでに北米の基調講演でも
Now, what did-
ヒントはもう出ており
talk
ま
about
す
it
の
in
で、
Japan, yeah.
答え合わせはすみません、日本のファンフェスまでお待ちください。
But as for what that job is, well, other than the little hint I dropped back in Las Vegas, you're gonna have to wait until Tokyo. Sorry.
Well, I mean, he is saying now that the shirt in Vegas might have been a hint again,
Wait.
so...
何？
Wait.
何？
Are you gonna hold those sword the whole time?
まあそうね。
Yeah.
じゃあちょっと武器スタンド出してもらっていい
Okay.
かしら。
Can we bring the stands out for the swords?
Oh, is the stand gonna have a hint?
Maybe. Stands for the sword? Oh, there we go.
Oh.
Thank you.
Is the stand a hint? No.
Thank you. It's okay.
You can do it. You can do it.
Okay. And now for your real weapon, the clicker.
Okay.
That's it.
You ready?
Item level up.
Item level up. Somebody tried asking if there's positionals. They just ignored the guy. You heard that? Will there be positionals? The desperate plea for positionals.
All right, so we already talked a little bit about Dawn Trail's story in Las Vegas, but we'd like to do a little recap before we continue.
Yeah, so now it's recap stuff, so this will all be the same.
お届けするのは僕たちからの最高の夏休みがテーマになっております。
So we already talked a little bit about how Dawn Trail would provide the Warriors of Light with a well-deserved summer vacation.
Yeah, Bull.
新たなる冒険、そのバカンスの
Don't believe
目
it
的
for a
地は
second.
西方のトラル大陸と呼ばれている地域になります。
And that vacation would be taking place in the far western land of Tyrol.
すでにパッチ 6.5 のメインストーリーパート1にてその片鱗、出ておりますが
So with the release of part 1 in patch 6.5, you got a glimpse of where the story will be taking you.
本
Yeah,
格的にスト
sort
ーリー
of.
がこの 7.0 につながっていくのは、パッチ 6.5、メインクエストパート2の方からになりますのでぜひご注目ください。
But it will be the release of part 2 that you'll better understand what's in store for you and the Scions and how everything in Dawn Trail's main narrative connects together.
光の戦士の皆さんが依頼されるのはトラル大陸にお
Looking forward
け
to
る
it.
ある王国の王位継承レースへの助力になります。
So the Warrior of Light has been asked to sail west across the Indigo Deep to assist in a rite of succession for Tyrell's throne.
I'm gonna be the ruler.
おなじみのメンバーもちろん勢ぞろいしていきますが
And of course, all the Scions will be joining the Warrior of Light in Tyrell.
今回そこで繰り広げられるのは
No, we hate each other
暁の決命を二分する王位継承レースです。
I hate you, Scions.
Not all will be on the same side for the upcoming contest.
まあ北米でも聞いたんですけどちょっとヨーロッパでも聞いてみましょうか。どの暁のメンバーと一緒にレースに参加したいですか？
Okay, so we asked the same question in Las Vegas, but we want to ask all of you, who do you want to be with you when you're done the contest? Who from the Scions?
I heard a lot of Estinian.
一番最初にアリゼっていう声
Lot
が
of
あり
Estinian.
I heard Alize first. Somebody's really excited.
Sorry, I heard. Who's the guy standing next to the microphone? That was the positional guy again who said Hoshfon. There's one guy who's close to a microphone, and I can hear him over everyone.
たくさんの方にねいろんなキャラクター愛していただいてるのは本当
That's
に
the
嬉しい
same guy who
I'm
yelled
really happy that
positionals.
you all love all of the Scions so much.
誰がレースの敵に回るのかもご注目ください。
But we can't tell you now, but who's going to be on your side? Who's going to be on the opposing side? You'll have to wait to find out.
でこの 7.0 拡張の全体のテーマとしては、ファイナルファンタジー
Classic
14
paid
新たな
heavens
冒
word.
険の幕開けというテーマを抱えてます。
So the main narrative theme for Final Fantasy XIV 7.0 is a journey of new discovery.
もちろんストーリーもこれまでの拡張パッケージ同様、RPG 丸1本分の体験しっかりお届けしていこうと思います。
And as always, we plan on providing players with a full standalone RPG's worth of story and experiences with this single expansion.
そのきっかけとなる王位継承レースとは何なのか。
What, however, will that story entail? What is this contest?
トラル大陸にはどんなエリアや冒険が待ち構えているのか。
What adventures await in this new land?
そしてエメトセルクも言っていたこの黄金鏡というキーワードは一体何なのか。
And what is this city of
It's
gold
Alligans.
that Emmett Selk talked about?
もちろん
I'm telling
これまで
you,
同
it's
様に皆さんに驚いていただく仕掛けというのもご用意していますのでぜひ
No, not Asians, Alligans.
お見逃しのないようよろしくお願いします。
And of course, we have a lot of other surprises. I can tell you right now, they're going to be big ones.
If there's Alligans, I won't. It's not a big
ここから
surprise.
6.0 でストーリー1回ハイデリンゾディアク編完結してこの物語が どう皆さんと一緒に転がっていくのかめちゃくちゃ楽しみにしてますので、ぜひ引き続き皆さんと一緒にファイナルファンタジー14作っていきたいと思います。
I mean, I know you guys really enjoyed the Hydaelyn Zodiac series, but we have something that's even better waiting for you in Dawn Trail.
Oh, don't say that. Don't ever say that. Never say it's better. Just say it's the next thing, because you can't always say better. That's dangerous. Don't do that.
All right, so next up, let's talk a little bit more about Tyrol.
It could be.
We're going to start by expanding on some of the info that we released back in Vegas.
But don't say it. Pitchforks already.
So up until now, we've spent most of our time on the 3 great...
Free Ilsa Bard. Uncloud Ilsa
Bard.
But as we talked about last time, our adventures in Dawn Trail will be taking us far to the west.
To the west?
ですので、今回の拡張だけではなく、今後皆さんの冒険の舞台は惑星ハイデリン全体へと及んでいくことになります。
But again, this doesn't mean that we've seen all of Hydaelyn, most of Hydaelyn, not all of Hydaelyn.
では、前回の
Can't even see the continent we've already been to.
プレイヤータウントライオラというところに関して追加の情報をお伝えしていきたいと思います。
All right, so next we're going to talk about that main hub, the main center player hub that the Warrior List of Light will be operating from during Dawn Trail.
これまでのプレイヤータウンよりもかなり多民族、多くの民族入り乱れた町という特徴になってます。
So this city of Tuliyolao will be far different from the existing player hubs that the players have seen before.
これまではスクリーンショットとアートワークでご紹介したんですが、開発が進み、動画の準備ができましたので、動画でご覧いただこうと思います。
So the last time we were only able to show you the city via screenshots.
Yeah, now they're going to walk us
through. But this
through.
time we've prepared some special in-game footage.
Yeah, it was unusual for them to not have the video for the first
Fan
Fan
Fest. Roll the
Fest.
tape.
The music, wait. I like that drum. Look at all the grass. I really like that, the tavern there. Such a nice beach area. Give us the night theme. Had to let the song finish. Need the Brazilian steakhouse.
So before we continue, we had a little message from Soken, our sound director.
今の動画の曲まだまだモックアップなので、
サンプルだと思ってくださいと
伝えてほしいと言われてます。
So he asked me to tell you that the music playing in the video is just a mock-up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I figured.
なのでもっとすごくなるから期待しててくださいとのことです。
Good mock-up.
The final track will be a lot better.
トライオラ、これまでのプレイヤータウンと異なり、多数の民族、文化が溶け合っているというお話、先ほどしました。
So as I mentioned before, the city is far different from the major cities on Hydaelyn. It is a culturally diverse, pluralistic state.
トレーラーで主人公と剣を交えていた2つの頭を持つマムージャの王グルールジャジャによって統治された国です。
So that massive two-headed Mamulja that we saw the Warrior of Light fighting with in the trailer, that's the current ruler of the nation and king of the Mamulja, Galul Jaja.
このトライオラ、オールドシャーレアンと
Me and him go way back.
国交が
Way back.
あります。
But the Mamulja aren't the only peoples living in the city. On top of that, it appears the city has an established trade route with Old Sharlia.
今回ご覧いただいた、動画ウォークスルーですが、
No,
まだ NPC の配置が行われていま
No,
せんが、
Eorzea is only Aldenard and the other continent. That's all Eorzea is. Hydaelyn's the whole planet. Well, Etheirys is the whole planet,
So
but they
in that
call it
walkthrough
Hydaelyn.
that you just saw, you saw that there were no NPCs there. Those will be added later. But hopefully you got an idea of what the town will look like. and all
Vilbrand,
of the,
yeah.
The high
Eorzea
quality
is
of
just
all of the
Vilbrand
objects,
and
that we
Aldenard.
have thanks to our graphical update.
Not everyone on the planet knows it's called
フィールド
Etheirys.
行ってみましょう。
That's exclusive information.
So next I'd like to introduce you to some of the new areas that you'll find in Tyrol.
トラル大陸の
Yeah,
フ
there's a lot
ィ
of
ールド、
text
ま
on
ず
the
前
left side
回
of
ご
the screen.
紹介したオルコパチャとヤクテル樹海についてです。
Okay, so first we're going to start off with the two areas that we talked about in Las Vegas. Urquhart
Now they're going to
and
put, if they
Yaktel.
put the text on the
こ
right
ち
side,
ら
I'm
も
going
開
to lose
発
it.
が進
I'm
んで
gonna
まい
be
りました
mad.
ので、今回は動画でウォークスルーご覧いただこうと思います。
And since we talked last, development, of course, has continued, and we are ready to show you
The
some
videos.
in-game footage.
Yeah.
Roll it.
They're going to show us, is these the new areas or are these the old areas first? I guess first. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so we have the old areas first and then they'll show us the new, they'll probably show us two more areas after that. It's so lush. It's so beautifully lush. Look at it. Look how beautifully lush it is. Yeah, these are both the areas they showed last time. Look at it all. Everyone's just looking at the vegetation, because the vegetation is what makes it seem so much more alive. Where's the alpaca? Such no, I don't want to suck the vegetation, chat. Come on, man. Stop it.
まだまだ開発中のエリアではありますが、今回これまで以上に環境設定、
My
自
bad.
然環境にかなり注力した自然なエリアというのをご覧いただけたかと思います。
Again, what you saw is still under development, but we've worked really hard on these areas, focusing on creating landscapes that feel even more real and natural than ever before.
まあ動画だけだとね、どうしても分かりにくいところはありますが、皆さん歩いて、いただければ、そのグラフィックスアップデートによる、密度の高さ、クオリティの高さ感じていただけると思いますので、楽しみにしていただければと思います。
I mean, it's a little bit hard to tell in this video, but we've been taking full advantage of that first graphical update coming with Dawn Trail, that you're really going to be able to notice this when you get in and play the game.
No, we can notice it in the
続い
video.
てここまでは北米でもお話した情報なので、さらなる新エリアを、アートとスクリーンショットで見ていきた
Yeah,
いと思います。
they said they were doing it in
But
parts
these
for
two
those who
areas we've
forgot.
already talked about in Las Vegas. Today, we're going to bring you something new, some new areas, especially for London.
こち
Kozamauka.
らコザマルカという首都である
South of
トライ
Tulliola.
オラの南に広がっている道
Ah, this is
Okay, so Kozamauka
This
is
is
a
from
very
the trailer,
dense jungle
yeah.
located to the south of Tyrol's capital city of Tulliola.
ドントレーラーのトレー
It's
ラ
the
ーの
big,
中にも
uh,
特
the
徴
big
的な
rock
巨大
thing that
な
we see in
岩
the
登
trailer.
場していたと思います。岩のある上部とそれから下部2つのエリアに分かれているのがこのエリアの特徴となっています。
This is Monster
Right.
Hunter
So
Land.
the unique rock formations that you saw in the trailer are located in this area, and they split the jungle into upper and lower areas through which countless rivers flow.
特に上層と下層の間にある巨大な滝大瀑布も大きな特徴になっています。
And there are a lot of waterfalls in between the upper and lower areas as well.
ここに住まう部族も、
Ah, there's some
たくさん
goblins here.
新たな出会いが
Goblins.
皆さんを、待ち構えています。
Several different peoples call this region home,
Reminiscent
meaning
of the
there's
goblins.
much adventure to be had.
ではこちらコザマルカ 開発中のスクリーンショットをご覧いただこうと思います。
All right, so let's take a look at some in development screenshots.
今回ご紹介するスクリーンショットはいずれも仮想からの風景になってます。
So the screenshots that we have here are from the area's lower elevations.
今までではちょっと作れなかったような景色、環境、よく見えてるんじゃないかなと思います。
We're able to create a new type of area that feels very unique from the areas that we've created in the past.
今回特にですね、空気感とかそれから光の表現というものに非常にこだわって開発を進めてます。
And as you can see, special attention has been paid to lighting to create this perfect atmosphere.
そしてこちら、昼間の様子ですね。
And here is the jungle in midday.
大幕府から流れ落ちた水がいくつもの川となり、支流にこうやって注ぎ込んできていると。
And so the waterfalls from the upper elevations feed the countless small rivers that flow out of the jungle to the sea.
That's a fun looking tree house.
見えるのが集落ですね。そして中央の木にもよく見ると、上の方に建造物があったりするのがわかると思います。
And so on the right, you can see a small village, and even in that tree in the center, you can see a small building located within the tree.
Yeah, and I see the path up to it.
そしてこちら、最後はやや引いた状態の、円形ですね。
And so we've zoomed out a little for this next shot.
見たところあまり危険な雰囲気というのは感じられないと思うんですが、果たしてどういった物語になるのか、いろいろ想像していただけると嬉しいです。
So from here, it doesn't look that dangerous, but you all know what lurks in the shadows, so.
さてちょっと続いてももう1エリア紹介していきましょう。
Alright, so let's move on to our next area.
まずはアートでご覧いただきます。
Starting with some artwork.
Secret.
Wait.
What? What?
In-game? Secret?
Oh, it's a mistake. The bug.
It's a bug. Oh no.
先ほどまでご紹介してきたところと随分雰囲気が変わり、荒野のような雰囲気だと思います。
So this arid desert-like region is completely different from the previous.
あそこにある巨大な
シークレットの
もちろんマップオブジェクトではないです。
And so we have that big secret. That's not a map object. That's not going to be in the real game, if that wasn't obvious.
No, it better be there.
エリアにですね、ものすごく重要なものがあるんですけど、あまりにもスポイラーが激しすぎるので、シークレットって書いておいてくれってお願いをしたので、なってます。
So yeah, what we have there is something that is very, very pivotal to the story. It's a huge secret, and we didn't want to show it here because we wanted you to experience it in-game, so I made sure that they put secret up there.
No, it's a mistake. Show it now.
この基調講演などでお見せしてしまうと、皆さんの楽しみをね、大きく損なってしまう可能性があるので、ぜひですね、プレイヤーの皆さんご自身で見ていただけたらなと思ってこういう対応をさせてもらってます。
Again, we want to show a lot of information here, but we also don't want to ruin your game experience. And so for this, because it's such a big secret and it's so exciting, and we want you to experience that in-game, we've decided to keep it under wraps.
Shalowani.
このエリアの名前、シャロニー。
It looks a little more industrial.
All right, so the name of this area is Shaloni.
Shaloni.
トラル大陸中央部に広がる荒野。
So it is a relatively flat, rain-starved region in central Tyrol.
セイリン泉が発見されたことによってこのエリア
Ceruleum deposits. There you go.
But here, civilization is experiencing a boom due to a recent discovery of ceruleum deposits.
セイリン泉ってちょっと日本語で言うとね、何ってなると思うんですけど、セイリン水の湧き出る泉のことですね。
And so basically, there are these kind of springs where the ceruleum bursts up through the ground.
さあこの大陸での冒険だんだんなんか夏休みなのか本当にっていう感じにちょっとなってきたかなと思います。
So again, we mentioned summer vacation before, but the more we see of Tyrol, the more we realize, the less we understand about Tyrol.
じゃあスクリーンショットもまだ開発中ですがお見せしましょう。
All right, but let's take a look at some in development screenshots.
That is definitely the Wild Wild West.
荒野が広がってますね。
So
Where's
yes,
Will
unlike
Smith?
the dense jungles that we showed before, this area is a lot more open.
このエリアはあれですね、バイクのマウントなんかが大変似合いそうですね。
So yeah, it looks like this would be a good place to break
Yeah,
out
that
your
looks
motorbike
incredible,
mounts.
by the way. That screenshot is
機械化
pretty
それから
next level, like
技術
from
進
just
歩と
like
いうのは
a
目覚ましく進んでき
just
て
the
お
graphics
り、
for
さ
it.
まざまな人や物との出会いが皆さんを待ち構えています。
So yes, you'll see a lot of newer technology and machines, as well as encounter the people that built them.
先ほどのねシークレットの部分がね一番このエリアの特徴なんでお見せできなくて残念ではあるんですが。
Again, as I said before, this area also hides a very, very big secret. But
El Dorado.
この後のまた情報
Is
で
El
も
Dorado
ちょっ
just
とず
the cerulean
つあれこ
deposit?
んな雰囲気なのかな
That the
みたいな
Allegans
情報出てくる
left
のでこの後の基調講演も
Allegan
見てってください。
But again, we won't be talking about it today, but there may be some things, some hints in other things that we have for you today that may give you a better idea of what is in that secret area.
もちろん荒野ばかりが広がっているわけではなく、このエリアこうした地域もあってですね、さまざまな文化の融合というのが、行われています。
Of course, it's not all empty wastes out there. The area features locations such as this one too, that are populated by a variety of peoples.
かなりの、
They're on the
ドラマ性
outskirts.
高い物語用意していますので、ストーリー展開にぜひご注目ください。
Right, as for what drama awaits you here, as well as the other areas that we showed today, you'll just have to look forward to
Don't
it.
say drama around 14 people. It's a bad idea.
エリアの紹介これぐらいにして、前回北米でご紹介したペルペル族に続きもう一ユコ部族ちょっと紹
All
介
right,
してみ
who
よ
are
うか
we
なと思
seeing
いま
now?
す。
So moving on from areas, next up we'd like to talk a little bit about the types of peoples that you'll meet in Tyrol.
まあこれはね皆さんちょっと見たことがあるだろうなと。
So this next one, some of you may recognize them.
Final Fantasy X or
こ
11?
ちら
Oh, okay. The Moblins, yeah. Final Fantasy 11.
名前
Yeah.
をモ
They did say
モブリン族と言います
those are similar
the
to
Moblins.
goblins. Yeah, the Moblins are
エ
here.
オルゼア地域ではゴブリンと
That's
呼ばれてい
yeah.
る部
Some of
族で
us
すが、基本的に
definitely
は同
recognize
一部
them.
族ですね。
So they strongly resemble the goblins that reside in Eorzea, but they have their own unique characteristics.
ちょっと特徴をご紹介しましょう。
And let's take a look at those characteristics.
先ほどご紹介したコザマルカに住む、一つの部族です。
So these moblins mainly reside in the previously mentioned jungles of Kozamauka.
三大州に住まうゴブリン族はメカが大好き
They
でした
share
ね
a。common end. Does that mean we
So,
get
and
Wild
unlike the
Wild
goblins,
West
three
Alexander?
great continents who are expert builders and tinkers.
こちらは調達の達人ということで大きく考え方が異なっているようです。
These moblins are
Alexander,
experts
but he's
in
got a
gathering
gun.
and procuring items.
He's got a gun!
彼らとの協調でですね、どんなものづくりが、行われていくのか楽しみなところです。プレイヤーの皆さん、特にね、クラフターとかギャザラー
Yeah,
とか、
I think if they want to do it,
可能性が非常に高いんじゃないかな
Be
と
a
思い
giant
ます。
mechanical spider.
And so with these moblins
that one
and
have
allies,
does that one have
just think of
special
all the
cells?
wonderful things that adventurers might create, especially our crafters and gatherers.
Yeah. So they're going to be the crafting tribe.
では、
Yeah.
エリアの追加情報を
Well, they're going to be
お届け
one of
してまいり
them.
ました。
Or both of them. Who knows?
All right, I think that's about enough today. That's all we can say regarding Tyrol. Regarding Tyrol.
Oh, now is where we go.
黄金のレガシーの
So we going over
コンテンツも含めた全体の内容、北米の基調講演おさらいしつつ新情報を混ぜながら進めていきたいと思います。
Now, I'd like to talk more about the other features and content
Okay.
that await Warriors of Light in Dawn Trail.
The way they said that made it sound like they were, thinking of going someplace else for a second.
皆さんのおかげでついに皆さんのレベルが100に到達することになります。
So as you know, we'll be taking the level
Level
count
happy.
into triple-digit territory, level 100, and that's
See?
thanks to you.
I can't win. No, they'll put the text on the left again, I promise.
皆さんレベル最後どれぐらいまで行きたいですか？
How far do you want to go? We're at 100 now. How far do you want to go?
Where's the 11 stand in the crowd? Who's saying merit points?
2000
2,000.
ねあんまりレベルの桁が上がりすぎてもね
I'm ready for level
UI.
2,000.
Need more space.
Yes Yes.
Too many numbers. We need to-
EXP
That's right. The XP bar is just.
せっかく1回ね桁下げたの
That's
に
right. We got rid of some of those zeros, so we're gonna have to add.
もちろんクラフターやギャザラーの皆さんもすべてレベルキャップ100に、させていただきます。
And of course, this will be for all jobs, including disciples of the land and hand.
Yeah. Core battle content. So now we should get either the 8-man or 24-man or both. We should find out what those
All
are.
right, next I want to talk a little bit about some of 7.0's core battle content. We have some new things to show you as well.
Okay.
まず
Fates, hunt, treasure hunt, questing, yep, all expected.
モブハント、新しいトレジャーハント、
No surprises there.
これらすべて、いつも通りしっかりたくさん用意させていただい
Can't
て
take
ます。
those for granted.
So active time events, the fates, the hunt, treasure hunts, we're going to have all these.
でもちろん新しいダンジョンというのもたくさんあります。
And of course, we're working on many new dungeons.
That's a nice
as well.
looking ceruleum dungeon there.
ダンジョン
It's a dungeon. This is a dungeon.
They're very high tech
ダンジョンの数もです
dungeons.
ね、これまで以上の同数しっかり用意させていただいてます。
Alex.
制作順調に進んでます。
Okay, and we're going to have at least as many dungeons as we had in the past expansions.
At
今
least.
回はいくつかの
Why say
ダ
that?
ンジョンにつ
Just
い
say
て
there's
スク
more or
リ
less.
ーンショットやア
Let's
ー
say-
トワークでちょっ
Let's
と
say
さ
at
ら
least.
にね追加情報としてお伝えしていこうと思います。
Right, so next, let's take a look at some art and screenshots showcasing a few of those dungeons in development.
と言いながらこのアートも新情報だよね。
But yeah, this art, this is awfully new.
Yeah.
まずスクリーンショット
Oh,
1枚
so
目
that's going to be fun.
All right.
Dungeon
So for
going down the
screenshots-
Amazon.
ダンジョン
Just going down the Amazon on a
This is a
boat.
dungeon. Dungeon? Area? Dungeon.
It's a dungeon.
It's a dungeon.
Yes.
Okay, as long as you're sure.
まあダンジョンというとねどうしてもこう
Dungeon?
洞窟をイメージされがちなんですが
Is this
この
dungeon?
一見川の普通のフィールドに見えるところこちらダンジョンで、なんとジャングルクルーズからスタートします。
So yeah, when people think dungeons, they usually think like caves, but looks like this one will start off as a river cruise.
Gators
まあね
gonna
ちょっ
get
とど
you
んな
in that
戦闘とかね、
right there.
キャラクター同士の掛け合い
You better
とか
look out,
繰り広げ
there's
られる
pretty
の
big
か
gators in
今から
that
ちょっ
river.
と楽しみですね。
But I'll let you imagine what kind of battles and player interactions are going to go on there.
でもちょっと落ちたくないね。
I don't want to fall in the river though. No, not a good idea.
ね
It's probably piranhas.
なんかそう
Piranhas.
Yeah, piranhas.
やられそう。
Yeah.
こちら
Oh, that's
まあ
just
一
a
見
nice
するとちょ
looking
っと
boss
アートワーク
arena.
にも見えるかもしれませんが、こちら実機の、画像になります。
So I know this looks a lot like artwork, but this is an actual in-game screenshot.
Yeah.
川登りなのか川下りなのかそれらを向かった先がこんな感じです。
So yeah, are we going upriver or downriver? Who knows? But at the end of the cruise, this is what awaits.
A secret.
アートに見えるよね。
It does really look like artwork.
この環境セットアップしている開発者今回ロンドンのファンフェス来てますんで、後ほど開発パネルでもこういったお話してくれると思います。
So yeah, the team that actually worked, one of the members of the team that actually worked on this, and the environment team is here today, and is going to be up here on stage. So looking forward to meeting. And
Oh
hearing
yeah, I
the
forgot
today.
about that panel. Oh my word. That's much
さ
different.
てさらに
Pretty cool looking.
雰囲気一転して全然また変わったこれもダンジョンです。
All right, and now we're somewhere completely different. This also is one of the new dungeons.
これもね
I see
なん
the
かア
cloud
ートに見え
cover.
るね。
This is also very, yeah, it looks like art.
こちらは外なのかそれか何かの一部なのか自然地形と人工物の間に何か紫色の新植物、存在してますね。
So is this somewhere outside or inside? Is it a part of something? Are those natural
It-
formations or
it does
man-made?
look like
And what are those purple things growing everywhere?
Anemones. Anemone.
先ほどのエリアをもう少し上がったところになるんでしょうか。
And here's another look of the same dungeon, but up from a little higher.
明らかに、雰囲気遺跡と思われるものがあるんですがちょっと雰囲気
I see a boss arena.
So you can see some strange architecture that resembles
see
ancient
it.
ruins.
これまでに光の戦士の皆さんが冒険してきたどのエリアともちょっと違った印象になっているんではないかと思います。
Circle spotted.
Yes, this is far different from any place the Warriors of Light have journeyed before.
ではダンジョンのお話、最後にですね、開発中の他のダンジョンの、まだちょっと実機はお見せできないんですが、アートワークを2枚ほど持ってきましたので、ちょっとご紹介していこうと思います。
So finally, we have some artwork for 2 more dungeons that we'd like to show you, but you're going to have to use your imaginations to visualize how they're going to turn out in-game.
まず1枚目。
So this is our first.
まあこちらまさに It's a dungeon.
It's a dungeon.
It's a dungeon.
It's a dungeon.
古代の遺跡のようですが、しっかりしたこういうね構造を持ってるっていう風にねアート見えますね。
But again, this also has that look of sturdily built ancient ruins to it.
こちらはすでに、レベルデザイナーのレベルデザインが終わり、そのレベルデザインに合わせた、構造をアートチームがこうデザインしてってるからですね。
Okay, but what you see here is not concept art. In fact, the level design for the dungeon is already complete, and this artwork was created to help the modeling team.
Oh, okay.
本当はですね、
That's pretty cool.
こういう端のあたりにですね、アート担当者のこうスタッフからの注意書き、モデリングするための注意書きとか設定がものすごい数書き込まれてるんですが、さすがにねお見せするわけにいかないのでちょっと消してきました。
So now, artwork like this usually has a lot of text written in the margins to help the designers. It's filled with lore and secrets. We just
I love
had to cut that out
secrets.
because, to avoid spoilers. Sorry.
そしてもう1枚。
Okay, and now for the surprising one.
There's something big in that. That's a big vat of ceruleum.
Summer vacation?
Summer vacation.
Summer vacation.
Yes.
This is my ideal summer vacation.
Maybe cold capsule.
Oh,
Yes,
stay
yes.
cold because it's so hot.
Maybe.
Okay.
こちらもダンジョン、しかもメインストーリーに登場するダンジョンなんですが、あまりのね機械文明の発展にちょっとびっくりしますね。
So yes, this is a dungeon for the 7.0 main scenario. But again, unlike the nature that we've seen before, this has a lot of mech.
Dude, this is the inside of somebody's PC tower. That's water cooling. They've got water cooling on the right and air cooling on the left. I've seen this before. That's just somebody's PC tower.
So yes, it looks like Dawn Trail is going to be a little bit more than your
There's a
ordinary
power supply in
summer
the back and
vacation.
everything. Terrible cable management.
ではこのダンジョンに登場する、強敵、ボスの一体をちょっとご紹介しようかなと思います。
All right, so now that we've seen where you're going to fight, let's find a little bit about more about who you're going to fight.
まあ前回はね、透滅戦の相手を表示しましたが、今回はね透滅戦ではないんですが、
So last time in Las Vegas,
Got
we showed one of
Valak
the raid bosses.
バリガレマンダに続いてもう一体大型の
Well, at least they're confirmed. They said raid. They mean trial,
And
but
this one is not a raid boss like Valagarmanda that we showed in Las Vegas, but we have a very important and large enemy to show you.
what the heck is that then?
名前をですね今回ご紹介するの
The Eliminator?
The name is called the Eliminator.
It's very simple. It's very simple. It really looks like it's going to do some eliminating.
Yes, we're getting a little bit further away from summer vacation again. Yeah?
まあさてどんな形で出会いどんな戦い
Yeah, that looks like a Final Fantasy end boss.
こういった
Just like
今まで
like a game-ending boss.
黄金のレガシーでちょっと想像してたのとだんだん変わってきたんじゃないかなと思います。
Now, we can't tell you much about it yet or exactly how you meet, but it's obvious that we're going against expectations for Dawn Trail so far.
そのこのエリミネーターね機械なのかそもそも
Wonder if that last dungeon room was inside the eliminator.
だんだん
Makes sense,
謎が深まってい
honestly.
く基調講演になってるかなと思います。
Again, it's hard to tell if this is a machine or if it is alive or something in between. Yeah?
じゃあ続いてコンテンツサポーター。まあこちらアップデートは行っていきますが、もちろん今回もすべてのメインストーリーのダンジョン対応させていただいてます。
Okay, next up we have our duty support feature, and you'll be happy to know
No, I'm
that this
happy.
feature will be made available for all of the instance dungeons for 7.0's main scenario.
かなり
We
新し
expected that.
くコンテンツサポーターとして加わるキャラクターも多いです。
And of course, there's going to be a lot of new characters that are going to be included in this new
Give us a
support.
moblin.
たくさんの AI 作らなきゃいけなくて、ゲームデザイナーたちすごい四苦八苦しながら開発進んでます。
But that means our game designers and programmers are having to work a lot on all of the new AI.
そして多数の新装備、新クラフト、もちろんギア多数用意しております。
And with all these new dungeons and enemies, the Warrior of Light will need some proper new gear, and we have a lot of new recipes to make sure that you're properly kitted.
おしゃれがね、気になる皆さんもぜひご期待ください。
I will be kitted.
And of course, we'll be introducing a lot of fashionable items as well.
ではちょっ
I'll be
と
kitted out.
新しい装備のアートワーク見てみま
Kittened
しょう。
out.
So let's take a closer look at some artwork for these new items.
Oh,
まずギャザラークラフターもね、専用装備当然すべて
definitely
一新
getting
されます
Wild West
All
vibes
right,
on the left.
disciples of the land and hand will of course be getting new job-specific gear as well.
モデリ
The
ング
one on the
も
right's ridiculous.
第一次グ
The
ラ
one
フ
in the middle,
ィ
I
ックスアッ
mean.
プデートを行った状態で順調に進んでいます。どのように実機で見られるかご期待ください。
The
So we're currently
slippers.
in the modeling phase of development with our new graphical update. So for now, you're going to have to imagine how these designs will look when rendered in game.
そしてこちらはジョブ
Oh yeah, those are some artifacts. That's the monk one
And
looks
here we have
great.
some job-specific gear for the disciples of war and magic.
I'm covering some of it, but it looks
まあ
great.
どれがどのジョブかは言わなくても大丈夫だよね。
We don't need to tell you what jobs these are for, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, we've got the
今
jobs
回
now.
のジョブ専用装備はですね、冒
White
険の
Mage
その地域
Dancer,
の
Dark Knight,
特徴
Monk.
デザインにあまり寄せず、そのジョブのイメージというのを
Yeah, the monk
スト
set
レート
looks
に
fantastic.
書き起こすようにというふうにディレクションしてます。
Okay, instead of designing the gear to match more of the geographical or cultural feel of Tyrol, we decided to take a much more straightforward approach with their design.
では続いて、新たな生活系
Lifestyle
大規模コンテンツ
Are we going to get our own
So
boat?
as I mentioned back in Las Vegas, we are planning some expansive new lifestyle content for Dawn Trail.
まあ、7.X シリーズにおいてもですね、イシュガルド復興とか、それから無人島開拓に続く新しい、生活系の大規模コンテンツをお届けしていく予定です。
This will be new content that will be featured alongside existing content such as the Ishgardian Restoration and Island Sanctuary.
なんとかですね、
Well,
この場で発表したかったんですが、
I
も
wouldn't consider
う
Ishgard
少し企画の詳細
lifestyle
を詰めたいということで、残念ながら詳細までは今日お伝えできないんですが、日本のファンフェスでは、内容をお届けできるかと思います。
So the plan was to show you that new content here, but the team in charge didn't think it was quite ready and wanted just a little bit more time. So we're going to be putting off the big reveal until Tokyo. So we have to wait a little bit longer.
January.
開発チーム頑張ってるのですいません、許してください。
The dev team is hard at work, so please forgive them.
ありがとうござ
They
い
were
ます
always planning on making it January. They just wanted you to have to wait.
皆さんの拍手でね、今めっちゃ日本で頑張ってくれてると思います。
All right, they just heard your cheering, and so now they're like, oh, gotta get back to work. Gotta get
ありがとうございま
They'll
す。
finish it before the end of the keynote and then send it over
今回
real
の
quick.、
生活系の大規模コンテンツ、前回ね、無人島開拓は一人で遊ぶものっていう形でしたが、今企画しているのは皆さん多人数で、遊んでいく、盛り上がっていくというコンテンツの企画内容になってますので、また詳細の発表をね、ご期待いただければと思います。
So while Island Sanctuary was more solo content, this new content that we have planned for Dawn Trail is going to be something that you can enjoy with a lot of people.
Okay. Sounds like it's closer to restoration content.
さて、では各種バトルコンテンツも
Oh, okay. So they're not going to do the 8-player raid, but
All right.
the
we mentioned,
the alliance
content a
raid's
little
missing
earlier,
from
but we
this,
have
so
a
they're
lot
going to do its
more
own
in
slide.
store.
さあ、これらのバリアントダン
Yeah,
ジョ
that's gonna get its own
ン、
slide.
8人レイド、それからもちろん Z シリーズも、7.X シリーズ頑張って、これらすべて作ってまいります。
So we'll be adding new variant dungeons, a new 8-player raid, and a new ultimate raid that will be just as challenging as those that become before.
そして当然ながらアライアンスレイドも
Yeah.
新シリーズ始まります。
And of course, we can't forget our alliances out there.
今日ここではですね、その次のアライアンスレイドが一体どんなものになるのかご紹介したいと思います。
And so here in London, we are excited to finally announce our latest alliance raid series.
Which is bring on Sakaguchi. Echo. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh no! Echoes of Vanadil. That couldn't be more on the nose. Oh yeah, that's definitely more Final Fantasy. I gotta know what they're gonna do. Is it gonna be Shadow Lord?
So our newest Alliance raid is Echoes of Vanadil.
That's definitely very Final Fantasy. The art was really good.
運営開始からすでに21年、その運営20周年を記念して
The real echoes of Vanadil are the Final Fantasy XI players who won't shut up.
レイドシリーズはそのファイナルファンタジー11の世界を垣間見る冒険をお届けしたいと思います。
So to celebrate over 20 years of Final Fantasy XI, we are turning to our MMORPG Senpai and stepping into Vanadil to get a glimpse of this wonderful, exciting world.
果たしてどんなストーリー、どんなボスが登場するのか、ぜひご期待ください。
As for what story will feature, who you will meet, what bosses you will fight,
yeah, that's gonna be a mystery.
We can't tell you that.
If they're sticking close to Vanadil lore, they'll probably deal with the emptiness. If I had to guess, that's like the main villain of all Vanadil is the emptiness.
方にも楽しんでいただける内容に仕上げていこうと思ってます。
But we can guarantee that it'll be something that longtime fans of Final Fantasy XI, and even players of fans right now, will be able to truly enjoy.
さあ、じゃあちょっと質問していいですか?
So, speaking of which, I have a question for all of you.
11今もやってるんだよなって。
How many people out there are still playing 11?
I have to finish Voracious.
いやいや、もう11はめちゃくちゃやったよって。今は14やってるけど、11めちゃくちゃやったよって。
And so, how about people that, you know, I'm playing 14 right now, so I don't have time for them, but I played a lot of 11 back in the day.
すごい。ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。長らくですね、我々スクエアニックスの MMO を支えていただいて本当にありがとうございます。
I just want to see how it's done.
All of you who've been supporting Square Enix through our MMORPGs for such a long time.
おそらくですね、配信を見てくださってる方々も大いに今ね、手を挙げてくださってるんじゃないかなと思います。
And I bet a lot of people watching on the stream as well have been raising their hands.
Yeah.
ぜひぜひご期待ください。
Guilty.
So again, please look forward to it.
I raised my hand.
ではさらに、コンテンツ継続してアップデートしていきますよというお話をちゃんとしておこうと思います。
And of course, we're going to continue our updates
That'll
of
be
existing
interesting.
contents as well during the 7.x series.
I want to see how it's done.
Well,
If it's done like Evil Links or if it's done not like
I'm not
Evil
going to explain
Links.
each of them here, but you get the idea.
Yeah, we saw this last time.
一個ずつ言いません。引き続き 7.x でも大量のアップデートをお届けしていく予定です。
So yes, you can expect updates of all the content you see here.
そしてまあこれだけじゃなくてですね。
He's going to reiterate the thing he said about Deep Dungeon last time. Because last time he said they weren't 100% sure on a
But we
new
have
Deep Dungeon.
something even more special. And
Oh, I'm shocked they're doing another limited. That's going to be Beast Tamer, yeah. Without a shadow of a doubt, that's going to be Beast Tamer. Yeah. No chance it's not. Right? Like, there's no chance it's not Beast Tamer. It was always going to be Beast Tamer next.
all right, to go alongside Blue Mage, we are currently working on an all-new second limited job.
Beast Tamer's like Pokemon, I'm down.
ちょっと 7.x シリーズの後半で実装の予定なので、ちょっとしばらくお待ち
We've already got a Pokemon boss name with Zeramis. We're good.
But again, its release isn't currently planned until the latter half of the 7.x series.
どんな
Time for shiny hunting.
なるのかちょっと聞いてみようかな。
But, you know, we do hope to tell you more about it soon, but we're going to kind of ask you, what do you think it's going to be?
Yes.
Wow, there was one answer from the whole crowd.
Beastmaster!
Beastmaster.
Literally nobody said anything else.
聞いてみて他にどんなのあるか。
Anything else?
Everyone's just saying Beastmaster again. He asked.
Sure.
Fish. Yeah, fishing. Getting an upgrade.
We already
I heard one blitzball guy in the crowd.
英語だとなんていうの？
I can't remember. What is it?
からくり師。
Puppet
パペットマスター
It's not Puppet Master.
Oh yeah. Puppet Master.
いやそうあんまり言うとさ なんかそれっぽくなっちゃうから
Beast Master.
ベースマスター
It's not gonna be Puppet Master.
まあでもやっぱりパーティープレイではなかなか、実現できない、遊びとセットで、新しいリミテッドジョブ開発していきますので、まあぜひどんなものになるか、お待ちいただければと思います。
But yeah, we're really excited. We're working on a lot of different ideas, something that we can do that's separate from party play, similar to how it is with the Blue Mage. So yeah, please look forward to it.
まあそんなに遠くないタイミングで、どんなリミテッドジョブになるかお伝えしていけるんじゃないかなと思ってます。企画は順調に進んでおります。
While we can't say any more here, we do hope to reveal more information very, very soon.
各種コンテンツアップデート、ここまで触れてきましたが、今回もですねグラフィックスアップデートの、進捗についてこの場でちょっとお伝えしたいと思います。
Literally says in 7.x on screen. Why would you think it would be 2
graphical update?
前回のファンフェス
Literally says 7.x on screen.
その途中経過に対して皆さんからのフィードバック、いただいてます。そこでさらに調整しましたよというのをちょっとお伝えしたいと思って持ってきてます。
Okay. So after showing everyone our progress with the graphical update back in Las Vegas, we got a lot of player feedback. Over the past few months, we've taken that feedback and we've made even further adjustments.
I love further
メインキャラ
adjustments.
クターの種族アウラだよっていう方。
So how many people here have an Aura character?
Oh, interesting.
持ってきたのはこのアウラの
Aura horns and scales. There you go.
Horns and scales.
できるだけね皆さんの
There's a lot of
イメー
cheers
ジ
for
損なわな
that.
いように注意しつつ行っているグラフィ
You
ッ
can
クスアッ
rub
プデートなん
horns
で
in
すが
HD.
Again, we've been tweaking it a lot with our new graphical update.
中でも前回途中経過注目されたのアウラ族の角とかそれから鱗の表現っていうものに、いろんなフィードバックいただきました。
So yes, our main goal was to introduce these fine adjustments that won't feel too drastic and ruin that unique look that we've all gotten used to. And if you recall, this includes tweaks to polishing things like the Aura horns and scales.
まず次にお見せするのが前回北米でお見せした途中経過のスクリーンショットです。
Okay, so first off, we're going to start by showing you what we showed you back in Las Vegas.
これがね前回お伝えしたもの。
All right, and this is what we showed you last time.
Yeah.
角の表面とか鱗に結構光の反射があってちょっとエナメルっぽい質感だった自分たちのイメージとちょっと違ったっていうフィードバックも、結構議論として
Like how
寄せ
they
られて
both
ま
do
し
look
た。
like they don't want to be
So
here.
back in Las Vegas, the horns and scales that we showed you were very reflective and had a very strong enamel type of feel, and it was not something that a lot of people had expected.
まあこれはこれでやっぱりこう反射があるので、まあクオリティとしては比較的高く見えやすい気はするんですが。
And with this reflectivity, I mean, it looks very high quality, so it was good for showing off that improved in quality of the horns.
我々が 3.0 で、企画した時のアウラの元のイメージに近づけるようにさらに、継続して調整を続けてきました。
But it didn't really match our vision of what we wanted the Aura to look like from our original design back at 3.0, so we continued tweaking.
すごい微妙なので、メインキャラクターアウラの人ちょっと一生懸命画面見てください。
All right, and so this is where we are. It's a very, very small change, so look very, very closely.
I'd laugh if it's a huge change. Oh no, it is a small change. But it's like, yeah, it's a little bit deeper.
And
これが
Back and forth.
before,
after.
after.
It's got a little bit of a deeper tone to it.
すいませんね。
Sorry, it wasn't even more exciting.
まあ光沢がね強く出ていた質感をちょっと落として本体の色へ近づけてより
Yeah, it
馴染ま
looks
せるということを
less.
や
It
って
looks
ます
less, like he said, like
So we're
enamel.
continuing our work on lowering that reflectivity to be able
More
to get
matte,
the horn
less
colors
gloss,
to
yeah.
something more natural and closer to what we originally intended.
前回お見せした他の種族というのもですね前回のものがフィックスではなく、皆さんのその感想フィードバック見てどんどんギリギリまで細かくクオリティアップや調整を続けています。
So this goes for all of the updates for the other races as well. We've been receiving a lot of feedback, and what we showed you in Las Vegas wasn't the final product, but a work in progress.
ちなみになんですけど、
Okay?
このスクリーンショットのこのアウラの女性のね首にちょっとライン入ってるんですけど、
And so some of you with some very good eyes maybe notice a little line on the neck
これ
of
ちょ
the
っと
female aura.
急いで首くっつけたんでちょっと。
And so basically when creating this, we had to rush and like we just took a head and popped it on a body.
これは大丈夫、治るんで。
Is that the Warrior of Light's body? I love neck
次
scenes.
なんですが、
right,
さらに細かいお話をちょっとさせてください。
So we talked about something very detailed, and so for next we're going to talk about something even more detailed.
I don't like seeing the words 1.0 ever on the screen. I never like seeing those numbers next to each other.
まあその時からより快適に遊べるように
Time for
と
the
いう
pots
形
to
で
come back.
レルムリボンが作られてます。
So as many of you know, the original Final Fantasy XIV was released almost 13 years ago. Then a couple years after that, A Realm Reborn was released to improve upon the original.
1.0 から遊んでるよ。
How many people here have been playing since 1.0?
Oh.
Legacy.
Thank you. で、
You're welcome.
まあ新生版を作るにあたってですね、やはりこうできるだけ短い期間で作り上げていくということで、Q14 のそのモデリングっていうのをうまくアレンジしてここまでやってきたという歴史が実はあります。
So when making the move from 1.0 to A Realm Reborn, we didn't have a lot of time. So we ended up having to repurpose some of the original character models for A Realm Reborn.
Yeah, that's
グラ
true.
フィックスアップデートではそれらの調整を行う際にこの9番から使っていたモデルというのにも改めて全てに手を入れて完全に新しいものへと進化させることにしました。
And so now, to coincide with the graphical update, we had to revisit our use of these older 1.0 models.
これこそめちゃくちゃ細かいのでちょっとよく見てください。
Okay, this is going to get really, really detailed, so look carefully.
まあララフェルですね。
Okay.
I see what they mean
これ
by
現在のララフェ
1.0.
ルです
This is the Lalafell that's in game right now.
まあ可愛いですね。
And of course, cute as ever.
ちょっとですねここに注目してください。
So I want you to focus on this part of the face.
そのあたりです。
So yeah, right there around the chin.
まあできる限りですねキャラクターモデルを軽くかつ高品質に見せるためにローポリゴンを実はですねほっぺたの下にすごいこう四角いポリゴンを無理やりこう入れてですねそこでこう顎の影のラインを
They
つけ
switch,
る
it's
みたい
like
な
the crimson chin all of a
すごい
sudden.
こうなんつったらいいんだろ
Sorry,
う
my mic.
テクニックみたいなことを実はやってます。
So, to ensure character models weren't a burden on the system, but also maintain a high visual quality, we implemented the use of these low polygon shapes. And the remnants of those can kind of be seen today in around the cheek and the jawline, those straight lines.
ただ今回キャラクターの肌の質感を上げてより影がリアルに滑らかに表示されていくためにですねノーマルマップと呼んでいる顔の凹凸データみたいなものっていうのも全て改めてきれいに作り直しています。
Okay, so with the graphical update, however, we went back and we retooled and recreated what is called our normal map data, which in other words is basically this data that's meant to represent the bumps and dips and irregularities of those textures.
It did say it would be quite
そ
detailed.
の新しいグラフィックスの状態にこの9の状態のモデルをそのテクニックを残したままにしてしまうと逆にその非常に小さいポリゴンが不自然な影を作ってしまうみたいなことが出てきました。
Okay, however, by doing that, it caused some conflicts with the existing low polygon data that we'd been using since 1.0, creating even these more mysterious bumps and dips in shadows.
わかるかな？
Can you tell?
わかる？
So there, and that's what happened.
ここにねすごい微妙に外側に尖ったポリゴンが影の邪魔をしてるんです。
So you can see kind of there's these bumps on the chin that are kind of affecting the shadows.
いや、わかんねえよっていう反応だな。
Yeah, there's like, so you can see, it's really hard to see, but there's like little apex points all around the chin. Like here, 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 here.
How many people are using Lalafels?
皆さん自分のララフェルが一番可愛いと思ってますよね。
And so of course you think your Lalafell is the cutest, right?
まあなのでだからこそこういう細かいその違いっていうのをまあなくさないようにできればしていきたい。ただこれからのクオリティアップデートを考えていくとどうしてもその味として残していたそのローポリゴンのテクニックみたいなものを取っていかないとさらに綺麗にはならないので、まあそういう細かいところまで調整させてもらっているのが今回のお知らせです。
And so I know that some people may look at these kind of imperfections born from these old techniques as something that makes Lalafels Lalafels. And you know, we didn't want to get rid of them all because we know that that's what makes the Lalafels special. But moving with this graphical update and having something that matches that, we decided it was time to at least touch them up.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
これが最新
Yeah, it's much
So this is the
rounder.
new version.
Yeah, thanks stream for zooming out. When I
影がめっちゃ
Hello?
わかります
Yeah, all those.
Like the shadow is now
Yeah,
much
the
more
shadow.
natural.
The shadow is more natural. There's less
すごい
points.
細かいんですけど
I can tell.
Very, very, you have to look very, very closely.
いやまあまあ基調講演で話す内容なのかって思わなくもないんですけど
I mean, you're probably all wondering, it's like, could we have not done this like at a different panel? Did it have to be at the keynote?
すべてのプレイ
Glad
ヤーの
he
皆
said
さ
it.
んのキャラクターを何としても今皆さんが思っているキャラクターイメージのままよりクオリティアップをさせていくために担当のアーティストたちも僕もこう目を皿にして今と前をこう比較してほんのちょっとでもポリゴンの角があったら何なんだこのポリゴンはって言って、まあ、そういうことを日夜やっているのでぜひグラフィックスアップデート楽しみにしててくださいというお話です。
But again, we wanted to show you this especially because we wanted to show you just how hard we are working on this graphical update. We understand that you all love your characters and we don't want to change your characters, but we do want to make them look a lot better. And so we're working on
No,
the
it's
tiniest
perfect
of
the way it
issues
is.
to improve it. I'm there
No, it's
looking
not.
at everything. If I see even a hint of a polygon, I'm like, no polygon! And so, again, this is the extent of the work that we're doing, and we wanted to show that with you here today.
Polygons. I want that polygon.
いくらなんでもちょっと細かすぎるだろうということですごい分かりやすいスクリーンショット1個持ってきました。
All right, that was enough talk about the super tiny technical issues. Let's talk about something easy.
グラフィックスアップデートで、帽子と頭装備とですねメガネが同時に装備できるようになるキャラクター集めてみました。
And so, the glasses.
The glasses, yeah.
Helmets, glasses. What's easier than that?
Look, glasses.
というわけで第一次グラフィックスアップデート順調に作業進んでます。
All right, so development on that first graphical update is proceeding smoothly.
これまでの13年にわたる膨大なセットアーティスト
Look at
た
this
ち
group
が
of
ですね必死に調整をしてくれてます。
Our artists are working tirelessly to improve all of our 13 years of graphical assets.
このグラフィックスアップデートやファイナルファンタジー14のグラフィックスがどんなテクニックを使って作られているのか
This looks like when a bunch of people are told to smile and like 3 people wanted to be part of the picture and everyone else isn't sure they really wanted
So
to.
for those of you who want to know more about this topic of graphical update, as well as the kind of techniques that the team uses to create Final Fantasy XIV, we have this great development panel coming up a little bit later that will show you all about how we do this and show you even some of the tools that we use.
かなり面白い内容になっていますのでぜひ開発パネルの方にもご注目ください。
It's going to be really interesting, so we hope you look forward to it and are here to watch it with us.
ではどうしてもねスペック上がっちゃうので改めてちょっとおさらいしておきます。
All right, while we're here, we want to remind you one more time about the new minimum
Get better
and
computers.
recommended requirements.
もう準備したよっていう人
How many people are ready to go?
お
All right.
半分ぐらいは大丈夫です
About
ね。
half, that's good.
そこまでめちゃくちゃ高くしないようにしてますので ぜひすいませんがよろしくお願いしま
We
す。
haven't raised it too much, but please
I mean, a
understand.
970 isn't like it's far from new.
では、残りの時間、
And a 6700 also not exactly new.
アップデートしていく内容の、追加情報をお届けしていければと思います。
All right, so finally today, I want to talk a little bit about the content we have planned before the release of 7.0.
Which includes Fall Guys. Yeah, they said they would go over the Fall Guys stuff more in detail in London, so that's going to be here.
Xbox バージョンに関してです。
All right, first off, we have the
Okay, this is actually new. We didn't know when the beta
Xbox
was.
version.
Mid-January to
Xbox
February.
バージョンは
Okay.
ですね、来年1月中旬から2月にかけて、スタートさせていただきます。
And our test is scheduled to begin in mid-January and continue through February.
このオープンベータでしっかり問題点洗い出してですね、7.0、黄金のレガシーより前に Xbox バージョンも正式サービスへ、移行させていただきます。
This is again to find problems before the release of 7.0 and smooth all of those out so that we have a smooth launch.
ぜひですね、オープンベータプレイをしていただきつつ 7.0 の冒険に、Xbox ファンの皆さん、備えていただければと思います。
So all of our Xbox users out there, we welcome you to join the test and help us make the game great.
では続いて、
Enjoy Dynamis
7.0 じゃないや 6.5X で実装されるコンテンツ動画をご用意してきましたのでまずそちらをご覧いただこうと思います。
And so now for our next announcement of 6.5x content, we have this special video. Roll it.
Fall Guys. There's going to be a Fall Guys trailer. Yep. The ice! Wow, they are doing a decent number of tracks. I mean, we knew there was at least 3 minimum, but I think there was like 4 or 5 there. Oh, that's so many people aren't even gonna make that jump. Oh my god. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of people who can't do that. Collect the orbs. Saw that one go. Oh no, not him! There's so many AoEs. The finale, yeah, there's the finale. They did it! They win! Oh my, there's the outfit. I mean, that's pretty much what I expected the outfits would be. The minions also. Oh, that's coming in October. I thought that was all right. Well, 6.5 just got a lot busier. I thought that wasn't going to be. They said that was going to be next year. I thought. All right, I'll take it.
For this, Fall Guys will finally be available in the gold saucer.
A long time. It's been like 3 months. Halloween, baby.
10月31日パッチ 6.51
Yeah, I thought it was going to be like
All right, and as it says here, it's planned for release on October 35th.
35th. You okay, Koji? Did you just say October 35th?
Yes, in just a week.
今回動画で、ご覧いただいた通り、フォールガイズのエッセンスを、入れつつ、フォールガイズチームにも監修してもらいながら、ファイナルファンタジー14独自の味付けを行ったコラボレーションアトラクションとなっています。
So as you saw in the trailer, this collaboration will maintain that Fall Guys aesthetic. We had people from the Fall Guys dev team help us out and make sure that we followed that, but it will also feature this unique Final Fantasy 14 spin on all the frenetic Fall Guys.
Spin because they were spinning in the. Oh no.
こちらのコンテンツ。24人まで同時にプレイすることが可能で、もちろんマッチングにも対応させていただいてます。
Dramatic zoom.
This content is designed for groups of 24 players, with, of course, random party matching for players who don't arrive with their own alliance.
でこちらの
Time for Stream Fall Guys Alliance raids.
開催が、不定期というか何ヶ月かおきに開催されてしばらくお休みして開催されてしばらくお休みしてという
So the Halloween event got announced already.
It's
the 27th.
Okay, so one unique characteristic with this content is that it's not always going to be open. There will be periods of time where it is available and then period of times when it's not available, and we'll be repeating that over a cycle.
Okay.
どうしてもそうしないとこう 一気にねやったらまた人が他のところ行っちゃってみたいなことになるので、定期的にやっていきますので、あまりね焦らずに皆さんの時間のある時に開催と合わせてやってってくれればと思います。
Again, we want to keep the balance between the two games and keep that fair. So we're going to have, again, times on and times off, so you can enjoy the Fall Guys content and then go back to other content.
もちろん多数のオリジナル報酬ご用意しておりますので、ぜひプレイしてそれらのギアも手に入れてみてください。
And of course, there will be a great deal of unique prizes for those who participate and win, so please look forward to it all.
And win.
ではもう一つ。
Gotta get the crown.
6.5X シリーズで実
If there's anything that requires winning, I'm gonna have to make an alliance raid where we play it 24 times in a row and get everyone to win.
Next, we have one final big announcement for a special quest that's going to be appearing in the 6.5X series.
こちらも動画で
Is this the 16 collab?
まずはご紹介したいと思います。
We have a video to introduce this big announcement as well, so roll it.
16 collab? Yep. I mean, it had to be, right? That's a good way to start that. Hello, Ifrit. Put my man in the bowl of embers instantly. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's the 16 Ifrit. Look at the model. Oh, and look, they have... you get an action that's just like Clive's. It's very similar to what they did for Noctis. They even did some of his animations. That's pretty cool. Yeah! The Torgal mount. Everyone expected it. You can pet the dog as the emote. You can pet the dog. There's the minion too, yeah. The emote is to pet the dog. Yeah, that's nice. I mean, that's pretty much what people wanted. That was like obvious that we were gonna get Torgal as probably both a minion and a mount. Yeah, I wasn't sure if they'd talk about this here or not.
We can finally announce our Final Fantasy XIV, Final Fantasy XVI crossover event.
Bring Ben on stage.
So yeah, I asked the producer on Final Fantasy XVI, you might know him,
yeah.
Yoshida. He said it was okay, so here we go.
Yeah. Thanks, producer of 16. Thank you.
この永遠の旅路という物語、ファイナルファンタジー16の主人公であるクライブ・ロズフィールドと光の戦士の出会いの物語となってます。
Alright, it's called The Path Infernal, and of course will feature 16's protagonist, Clive Rosfield, fighting alongside the Warriors of Light.
We're gonna stop this Ifrit.
もちろんまだまだファイナルファンタジー16未プレイドという方もいらっしゃると思いますし、PS5 版今年の冬に買うよ、
Please go buy Final Fantasy
出たら買うよというふうに待ってらっしゃる方もいると思いますので、
Yeah, find the Flame Orchestrion for sure.
ネタバレにならないよう仕上げておきました。
Again, we've written the story so that it doesn't spoil too much of 16 for those players who have yet to play Final Fantasy 16 or looking to buy a PlayStation 5 this Christmas or maybe waiting for the PC version. But there's enough in it so that everyone should have a lot of fun.
先ほど動画でご覧いただいた通り、16で大人気であるトルガルという、狼の、報酬など多数ギアご用意しております。
And I bet you all saw the Torgal goodies in that teaser trailer.
Yeah, as expected.
Rest assured, there'll be a lot of unique loot for this collab, including gear.
Yeah, we saw that in the trailer also.
オートコンボくれ。まあ確かにね、オートコンボコラボレーションで出てきたらちょっと面白い。
That would be great. That's a good idea. Have those auto combos in there.
でもそのリングつけるとアイテムレベル下がるよ。
Oh yeah, but if you do put on the rings of the timely rings, then your item level is going to go down. So I don't know.
ぜひですね、まあある意味物語の導入に近い、それほどね、壮大な物語というよりは16の世界を垣間見るような冒険になっています。ぜひ、それらをプレイしてですね、 PC 版だったり、それからファイナルファンタジー16の DLC などにもご期待しつつ、両方14も16も楽しんでいただければ嬉しいですと、ファイナルファンタジー16のプロデューサーの吉田さんからコメントを預かってきております。
Oh my God, he did the joke again.
Again, we'd like you to think of this collaboration as kind of an introduction to the world of Final Fantasy XVI for all of our Final Fantasy XIV players. We can't wait for you to get your hands on this new content, and we're currently developing alongside Final Fantasy XVI DLC and the PC version. And of course, you know, we got the okay from the producer, and he told us that, you know, it was okay to go. So we're going to do it.
Classic.
ありがとうございます。
No, the next Fan Fest will not have combat updates for the classes.
基調講演ではあるんですが、させてください。
Okay, so next up we have a final announcement.
クラウドデータセンターというもののテスト、
Okay, 21st to the 27th. Yeah, we were wondering when this would actually be.
We have a cloud server, cloud data center stress test coming up.
今まで、皆さんがプレイしてくださっている、データセンターというのは物理で、出来上がってるんですが、今回クラウドというたくさんの、マシンをつなぎ合わせてこうちょっとね動的に、大きくしたり小さくしたりできる、まあそれをクラウドってよく呼ぶんですけど、それによってこうサーバーの拡張性が柔軟になるっていう
We're doing ultimate on cloud
プレイヤーの皆さんにぜひテストをお願いしたいです。
Alright, basically, up until now, all of our data centers have been using physical servers. And we want to do this test with the cloud servers to make it easier to expand these. And so, to help do this, we need your help with the test.
5年前から検証スタートして、特にこの3年かなり、一生懸命いろんな企業さんと組んで構築してきたんですけど、クラウドデータセンターでプレイしたとき、実際にはどんな負荷がかかるのか、どんな問題が出るのか、ぜひ洗い出しをさせてください。
So we have spent the past several years exploring this possibility of expanding our data centers via the cloud servers, and we're at a point now that we need your help to help us with, you know, find out any kind of things and issues that may occur.
これからもファイナルファンタジー4
As long as my
どんどん
character
拡張
doesn't
して
get deleted,
いくため
Yoshi
に
P.
ぜひ皆さんのお手伝い、お力をお貸しいただきたいです。
Again, we would deeply appreciate your participation, as it will help us continue to expand our game and our community.
その概要こちらになります。
So we're going to talk a little bit about what this test entails.
東海岸で、実際にクラウドデータセンターを行うんですが、アメリカのただヨーロッパ側からのテストもぜひお願いしたいです。
So the test will be conducted via our North American East Coast data center. That said, we encourage players from all over the world near Japan to join the test.
そうですね。もちろん日本の方もぜひよろしくお願いします。
Newly created
Players from
characters.
Japan as well,
Okay.
you're welcome to join.
Time to speedrun the MSQ.
作成可能で、テスト終了時に申し訳ありません。データは一旦ワイプさせていただきます。
Alright, so we're going to be asking players to create new characters for the test, but unfortunately we're going to have to wipe those characters.
No, I want to keep my 50 million
いく
gil.
つかちょっと制約はあるんですが、キャラクターを作った際にですね、メインクエストや
Give me the 50 million. Let me keep it.
この
It's
キャ
my
ラクターにプレゼントさせていただきます。
And as you can see, there are several other restrictions, but to help players jump right into the test right away, we will be offering Tales of Adventure for all the main scenario and all the main jobs.
ギルも5000万ギルお渡しし
No,
ます。
because you probably can't travel off-world with this, and you can't travel on-world with your character.
ぜひ皆さんでです
Are
ね、
you gonna
皆さん
send
自
it?
由にいろんなコンテンツを
Everyone
マッチ
on,
ング
yeah, there's no
してプレイしてい
travel
ただければいいだ
available.
け
You
です。
have to make a new
Again, we
character,
won't be
and you
asking
can't
players to
travel.
play a certain way. We just need to have you come in and enjoy as much content as possible.
はい、ぜひ皆さんでさまざまなコンテンツプレイしていただけると
I
大
would
変
be
助
over
かります。
400 million with that.
Again, we hope that you all join us in this test.
どうか皆さんのお力ぜひ14のためにお貸しください。
Again, this is for 14, this is for our future, and we hope to see you join the test.
We have to clear Savage before the week is up. Gotta do P9 through 12.
僕の基調講演もいよいよ終わろうとしておりますので、今回このドントレール黄金のレガシー、もちろんファイナルファンタジーシリーズイメージアート数々ねお書きいただいている天野先生にも今回ドントレーラーイメージイラスト描いていただいてます。
Alright, so before we wrap things up this morning, there's one last slide I'd like to show you. All new Dawn Trail artwork by the one, the only Yoshitaka Amano.
quite detailed for a mono. It's normally a little bit more vague. The face is very detailed for a mono.
Final Fantasy III をね、ちょっと彷彿とさせるような。
Something about this artwork reminds me a lot of the original Final Fantasy III artwork.
天野先生も、非常にノリノリでいつもファイナルファンタジー14イメージイラスト描いていただいておりますので、今回もものすごいスピードで仕上げていただきました。
And Amano-san really enjoys making artwork for Final Fantasy XIV, and he created this in a short amount of time.
さて、欧州ファンフェスティバル、スタートを飾る基調講演として、僕の、トークセッションでしたが、今日お話しできるのはここまでとなります。
All right, that's all for today's keynote. I can't say any more.
この先の
You could.
最後のいろいろ隠された情報をすべてぶちまけていくのは、日本のファンフェスで行わせていただきたいと思います。
But I will be able to talk more when we see you again next at our keynote at Tokyo Fan Festival.
And I won't be. That one's going to be at a really nice time for North America. That's going to be like 7 p.m. Pacific or something like that for the keynote. That one's going to be really good for
All right, so now it's time to move into our opening ceremony.
そのオープニングに際してですね。
You need both swords for the opening ceremony.
もうクリッカーいらないからさ。
Okay. Weapon change.
今回ロンドンのファンフェスが
put them together or just hold them?
ますが、とてもスペシャルなゲストにお越しいただいております。
All right, but before we move to the opening ceremony, I first need to summon a very important guest here with us for FanFest.
ファイナルファンタジーシリーズの生みの親
The father of Final Fantasy
ヒロノブ坂口
There he is. The Gooch is here. When's Fantasian on Steam? Hello, Aime.
Thank you.
ありがとうございます。
いやもう14プレイ始めてくださって2年以上ですよね。
もうガチで。
So it's been about 2 years since you started Final Fantasy XIV?
Oh yeah, hardcore.
ここみんな非化戦なんですよね。
So everybody here is a warrior of light?
Warrior of Light?
Yeah. No, they just saw the sign and wanted to walk
2
in.
年のちょっと新人ですけど仲間です。
Although I've only been playing for 2 years, so I'm rather new to the scene.
もう毎日。
Yeah, he's cleared more content than most of the crowd.
14が僕の生活の 30% ぐらいを占めている。もう本当に14万歳。
So I've been logging in every day, and I think it takes up about a third of my life, basically. So I just love 14.
いや。
まあぜひ今日から2日間皆さんとのミート&グリートもありますし、今日明日ステージにも、特別コーナーご用意してますので、ぜひですね。最後までプレイヤーのもう本当光の戦士として来たっておっしゃってましたんで。
Sakaguchi-san will be here with us for the next 2 days for stages, for signing sessions. So if you see him, please, sir, to make you say hello because he's one of us.
あ、今日はね、一つお礼を言いたくて。
Oh, there's one thing I wanted to mention. I wanted to show my gratitude to you, Yoshida-san.
カッパありがとうございます。
Thank you for that costume.
もうカッパ最高でございます。
I love that outfit. Thank you so much for that.
The kappa.
コスプレ作りましょうか。
So do we need to make some cosplay for you for that?
やりましょうか。
Yes.
Get him a real imp outfit. There you go.
じゃあ改めまして、光の戦士の皆さん、放送を見てる皆さんにも一言何かご挨拶お願いできますか。
So do you have a message for us here as well as everyone watching on the stream?
もう本当に世界中の方が見てらっしゃる。
見てらっしゃいます。はい。
Everybody around the world is watching, huh?
Yeah.
カッパありがとう。
Thank you for the kappa imp outfit.
まあ本当にこれだけ大勢の人でもちろん見てる方。
This man has one focus.
そういう みんなとその14の中で出会えて一緒に冒険できるっていう本当にこの素晴らしい場所だと思うので14は本当になんだろう心から感謝したいと思います。本当にこれからもみんなで冒険しましょう。本当にありがとうございます。
And so there's so many people watching here as well as on the live stream, and it's just amazing to think how we can meet with each other in Final Fantasy XIV and go on our adventure together. It's such a wonderful place, this Final Fantasy XIV, so I really want to show my gratitude from the bottom of my heart. I would love to continue on this journey with you all.
さあではこれから2日間皆さん盛り上がっていきますので、ここからは開発チーム運営チームのみんなも登場してオープニングセレモニーに移っていきたいと思います。
Alright, so let's have a great 2 days. And to help us, let us welcome to the stage our development and operations team.
Get up here. Get up here now. Bam, 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 bam.
In London!
What was Yoshida just doing? I think he was leaning forward. I think he was looking over.
Some of you might recognize me as Kiwi Kopo from EU Community Team, and I will be your host for this event. This is actually my first
Taking
time
a picture.
on stage at Fan Festival, so I'm super excited and honored to be here, and I look forward to spending the next 2 days with you all. But that's enough from me, because please give a
that Gilgamesh shirt
very
is
warm
nice.
FanFest welcome to our lovely folks coming in all the way from Japan, our dev team.
Clap, 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 clap.
皆さん、はじめまして、テクニカルアーティストの岡下と申します。
Hello everyone, it's nice to meet you. I am Tatsuya Okahisa, a technical artist.
本日はこの後の開発パネルに参加する予定です。
So today's plan for me is to speak at the developers panel later today.
テクニカルアーティストって何だろうって思われた方はぜひこの後の開発パネルをご覧ください。
If you're wondering what a technical artist is, I hope you watch the developers panel later.
グラフィックスアップデートの内容も盛りだくさんでお届けしたいと思います。
We'll be talking about some of the elements that are going into the graphical updates as well.
2日間楽しんでいきましょう。よろしくお願いいたします。
Let's have fun this next 2 days. Thank you so much.
はい、皆さんこんにちは。バックグラウンドアーティストの志田正人と申
Just
しま
clap
す。
every time.
Hello everyone, my name is Masato Shida. I am a background artist.
皆さん楽しんでますか？
Is everybody having fun so far?
Yeah! Clap.
私は、時差ボケで正直眠いです。
Me, I'm suffering from jet lag, so I am quite sleepy right now.
What was that sound, Yoshi
今
P?
回はですね、開発パネルをやります。
That was Yoshi
So
P
I'm
who
here
made
with
that
Mr.
sound.
Okahisa to do the development.
ステージ上で眠らないように気をつけますので。
I will be very careful not to fall asleep while I'm on stage.
Push him awake.
またすぐお会いしましょう。よろしくお願いします。
I will see you very soon. Thank you again.
And as soon as the panel is done, he's going back to bed.
Hey everybody, I spent so much time prepping for the keynote, I kind of forgot to make a speech for the opening ceremony. But I'm really excited to be back in London. I love being a part of all of this, meeting all of you. We have some great interpreters that are going to be handling the stuff on stage. That means I get to spend a lot of time down on the floor. If you see me, want to take a selfie, want to hug me, let's do it. I'm here for you. Let's have a great time.
Listen, let me tell you, when Koji's on the show floor, you can't miss him. Man's the size of Big Ben just walking around.
My name is Masayoshi Soken.
Hi.
Final
Clap.
Fantasy 14 sound director. Please welcome Fan Festival 2023 in London.
それさっき俺言ったやつ。
That's what I already said. I already said that.
ですね、ここから日本語でいきます。
Doesn't mean he can't
Pardon
say
me
it.
for starting in Japanese from here.
新しいトレーラーの音楽はいかがでしたか？
I wanted to ask, what did you think of the new music in the music in the new trailer?
Thank you, thank you. 本日のファンフェスティバルいらっしゃった皆さん、本日はなんとピアノコンサートがございます。
So, for those attending today's fan festival sessions, we will be having a piano
Hey, Tiff.
concert later today.
You're here just for the final claps before
そして明日は
my 2 a.m.
プライマルズのロックコ
adventure
ン
is
サートがあり
over.
ます。
And then tomorrow we will have the Primals perform in a rock concert.
Primals! Hopefully they live stream the one in Japan. Because he said the only reason they're not streaming any of them is because he can't like check the sound in advance. So maybe in Japan he'll be able to.
My name is Toshio Murochi. You are global community producer here, also known as a Fox Clan. Nice to meet you. コミュニティチームモルボルことムロウチです。お久しぶりです。So actually, the London is personally a very special place for me personally because back in 2004, I was actually living in
7 a.m.?
London to bring up the European service of Final Fantasy XI, and after around
Easy.
20 years. I finally revealed a new alliance with Series A Cross of Battle deal.
Yeah.
So now I'm very feeling old officially.
Yeah. Yeah. Foxconn's been on the team throughout like 11. All of 11.
2004年頃ロンドンに住んでましてヨーロッパのファイナルファンタジー11のサービスを立ち上げるために住んでたんですけどまさか20年経ったらここでね14で新しい11のアライアンスレードが発表されるとはまあそれは年も取ったなと思うところでございます。So yeah, so anyway, I will be wandering around all around the venue for next 2 days. So let's have fun together. Thank you very much.
Hello everyone.
Clap.
Hello everyone, my name is Heather and I will be interpreting for some of the stages at the London Fan Fest. It is my first time on stage at a fan fest and I'm super excited. I hope you enjoy the show. Thank you. And I would just like
First
to say
time
a
bonus,
big hello
everyone
to
gets
everyone on the
tomes.
stream as well.
The guy zoomed out, he's like, wait.
ヘダルと言います。今回のロンドンファンフェスで一部のステージの通訳をさせていただきます。どうぞよろしくお願いします。
You saw the camera guy zoom out, and then the guy kept speaking. He zoomed
Hello,
back
everyone.
in.
I'm here from the Los Angeles office of Square Enix. I'll also be helping translate some of the stage panels. I hope you all have fun the next 2 days. Thank you so much.
さあそれでは2日間盛り上がってまいりましょう。
All right, let's have a great 2 days.
Let's enjoy Fun Festival!
All right. It was a good keynote. We got some of the things I wasn't sure we'd get, so it was pretty good. Everything else pretty much on par with expectation. Because I expected 2 new areas to be shown, Alliance Raid. 8-man Raid was a toss-up. That one was a maybe, so I wasn't surprised to not see that. New limited job, 16-14 collab. Fall Guys way sooner than we thought. And then we have, what else? And then obviously we had the trailer. We had the new job, which was a name I don't think anyone could have reasonably predicted. Dual swords, though, I saw quite a few people go down the route of guessing the dual combined swords into the twin blade. There you go. So yeah, that's... I saw some people go that route with the prediction, so it's fine. We also got confirmation that the shirt was not a hint for this. that the shirt was indeed a hint for the next one. So, I mean, now the green is looking a lot more, well,
it's actually already been almost
like the key element.
Europe, right?
The green
Paris Fan Fest was in 2019.
looking a lot more like the key element of the shirt at this point. So I think people's guesses are going to be down to two different things at this point. It'll be the two everyone expects it to be, as like artist or green mage or whatever.
First off, we're going to have a
That's like kind of what people are expecting. I think those are going to be the dominant ones.
In Final Fantasy 14. Then after that, we'll have our game show, Who Wants to Be a Gillionaire?
Who Wants to Be Gillionaire is good.
Super amazing content creators.
That's right. The two of us are actually hosting that one, so I'm really excited for
Thank you, Tussock. Oh, I missed another one.
Even better with Welcome to Night's
Thank
Room,
you,
with
Raven,
himself,
for the
of course,
resub. There was one more before that I think I
the
thanked.
founding father of Final Fantasy.
Because that's
Hironobu
takes
Sakaguchi.
3. And Gundam.
It's gonna be a great
Welcome
one.
back.
Make sure you don't miss it.
How does Ninja Turtle get the green mage? What color are turtles?
Note with a beautiful piano performance by Keiko.
That's right. I hope you
There was no date for the 16 event. They're just confirming that we're getting it. Expect it to be after 6.55, because that's going to be part of what holds us over until Dawn Trail. That's going to be part of that entire cycle.
First of all, thank you to PlayStation.
Yeah. Yeah, the shells too. I saw that one as well.
We'd also like to thank Alien
Yeah,
for
green
not
mages,
only
cast shell,
powering
turtles
our
are in
fashion
shell.
challenge, but also our stage
There you go.
areas with their PCs and peripherals.
And last, but certainly not least, we would also like to thank
Yeah, the Vanadil raid's going to be interesting, because I don't want it to be like near. I want it to be like Ivalice, where it's something that's organic to 14's world. I think that's still my only, like, it doesn't matter how much I like 11. I want something organic to the world. I never want strictly the fan service. So that's my only concern there.
She's not joking. I saw a message.
I just don't, yeah, I don't want the weird crossover.
It was wild.
It was fine. I got
So that's my only concern for that. There's a lot of directions. I'll have to make a bunch of 11 videos now, though, because I need to give people ideas of the things they could see. So at the very least, you're going to see 11. I mean, I was already planning on streaming 11 again. I have to finish the latest story. But yeah, I have to do some 11 stuff now. That puts a lot on my schedule, actually. Because 11's story is one that is... There's some similarities with 14's, but there's also some stuff that's a little bit different. We've had 2 visitors from 11. We have Aroha, who is supposed to be wandering Eorzea at the moment, and we had Shantoto, but Shantoto just visited very briefly. She warped back to Final Fantasy XI proper. Not to mention, collaborations are supposed to be non-canon. I wouldn't be surprised to see them canonize the Aroha one at this point. We'll see.
However, if you're not fully caught up with the main scenario quest, there might be a spoiler or two. So if you're really aware of that, you want to be careful. Maybe
To
make
fight
sure
me as
you put on
weapons.
some headphones or something to avoid that.
No.
But otherwise, enjoy the show.
Yep, we'll see you in about 40 minutes.
Yeah, Shatoto is not Shantoto. Shantoto is a black mage. Then we have Shamtoto. No, Shamtoto is like when you buy a plushie, but it's like a knockoff plushie of Shantoto, so it looks kind of fucked up. That's Shamtoto. By like second market, like not really high quality, that's Shamtoto. They're definitely going to run the Aroha event again at some point. Oh yeah, we definitely got an extended trailer. Yeah, so it was a pretty good keynote. There was definitely more than I expected. Would have been nice to get a little bit more information on the lifestyle stuff they said they delayed. I think it's probably better if they wait, because I think after Island Sanctuary, there's a bit of apprehension about them even doing another one. However, they said that it's more multiplayer focused, so that already kind of takes away the idea of it being a workshop simulator, or something you can do with other people. That nothing. I sincerely doubt there would be anything like a workshop simulator for something that you can do with other people. So, The question is it more Diadem-esque? Is it more Restoration-esque? Like, what do they consider lifestyle content? I say, listen, if it's build your own boat, then being out on the high seas and you encountering other players suddenly kind of checks in and everything. So we shall see about that. Yeah, Sea of Thieves. That's part of the Xbox thing. Yeah, there's quite a bit. I mean, Xbox, we now have a solid date. We know the Fall Guys thing is going to be end of October. It sounds like it's just going to be like on for a time, off for a time. Not like I don't think it's going to be gates. I think it's going to like check the queue every like hour or two automatically. Like, I don't think it's going to be like in rotation for gates. I think it's going to be kind of like ocean fishing where it like happens at a set time. But I think they're also going to genuinely cycle it out of the content. So, like, it could be like, you know, every second week of the month is like Fallout month, you know, or something like that. It's Fall Guys. Yeah, that's when the Fall Guys month is or something like that. No, because Garo is like, we got it and it went away, and there was never a promise of getting it back. That wasn't supposed to be an on again, off again. They brought that back, but it wasn't like designed to be on again, off again. Limited Jobs Beastmaster. Come on. I know they said they went out of their way to say Puppet Master just because they've already said it once on stream, but it's Beastmaster. Come on. It's obviously gonna be Beastmaster. It's gotta be. What's going on, D? Yeah, it ain't gonna be Pup. Yeah, we'll lose Garo again at some point. Like, that's going to happen. I think we're going to see reruns of most of the collaborations leading up to Dawn Trail. I don't know if we'll get the Yokai Watch one. No, there's no hints in the extended bit. Not job-wise, no. Dude, Yokai is so easy now. When Yokai came back, I got the entire thing done from, like, almost scratch in, like, a few hours with Blue Mage. It was ridiculous. Like, I made no effort to finish Yokai the first time around, and I did pretty much all of it the second time around. And it took just a few hours. No, there's no mention of Yokai. I wouldn't be surprised to see Yokai come back again, though. No, they didn't say it wouldn't be back. They said they didn't know if it would ever be back again. They, of course, always leave the door open. I wouldn't expect it, but they could. Do you think MH might be back? What are you talking about? Monster Hunter collab never went anywhere. It never went. That was permanent content. Now, if you want another one, that's another story. I'm always just excited to have new stuff. Because I just enjoy talking about the new stuff and sharing the experience of the new stuff. That's all I ever really care about. Oh, somebody asked where this is from. This is P8S, Phase 2. This is Whitestone Black. And this version's very good. Yeah, I'll do it. It's not common to mention only one, but there's never been a promise of two. I'll tell you this, you'll never get three. I don't, honestly, after DSR on top, I don't want 3 ultimates ever. I'd rather have 2 at most, and then, like, a large scale, like, BA or DRS or something. I don't want 3 fucking ultimates in an expansion. If there was a fucking ultimate in 6.5, I think I'd go crazy. I think I'd actually lose my fucking mind. Yeah. Not really, because there wasn't a whole lot to that interview. There's a lot less than people thought there was. That one's from a while ago, I think. Unless there's another one, because they talked about it in an interview, like, I don't know, 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. It was like they said it once. I don't, honestly, yeah, I mean, if they want to do a 0.51 instead of a 0.3. Yeah, it said rate, but it was weird because at the previous one, it was kind of ambiguous because there's no Japanese word for, like, there's singular and plural isn't, like, easy to translate, but the panel itself says 1. But I wouldn't be that surprised if it's only 1. There was a lot of burnout with DSR and top. Like, a lot of burnout. Like, the number of people who strictly didn't finish top because they were still burnt from DSR and then got burnt mid-top, it was... The fall-off between the two, I have to imagine, was considerable. And is still considerable. I think 2 is still fine, but if the feedback is that it was just brutal on people, then they might consider moving into other resources for that. It's one of those, it's tough to really know what the right decision is, because at the end of the day, you got to make something people are actually going to want to play and finish. I know people who just quit 14 altogether after even just stepping into top. After DSR and Abyssos kind of just like ruined their mental. Punk Moon, thank you for the resubs. So yeah, it's anecdotal, but it's a tough thing to consider. I wouldn't really know what the answer is myself. I don't always think the answer is more. Like, obviously everything that comes out I'm gonna do. Right? Like every criterion, every ultimate, every set, like I'm always gonna be in them. But we got this expansion was fucking exhausting content wise. Like, it was, don't get me wrong, I like having more, but I mean, to go... Asphodelos was the only... No, Asphodelos and Anabasios both kind of, like, the only chill spots, because Asphodelos went by, people largely enjoyed it, looked back on it, and it was decent. You know, some complaints about too much red, but that's about it. And Pinax. But, you know, Pinax is whatever. You just play better. But as soon as DSR came out, it was just like a roller coaster of, like, people not knowing if they even wanted to play or raid or anything anymore. People thinking they should just retire from, like, World Prog or, like, server, you know, whatever, server first Progger. It's just, it was so much. It literally went DSR into Abyssos. We all know how controversial Abyssos was. Into the first Criterion and Criterion Savage. Into top. Into Anabasios. Into another Criterion Savage. And now we'll have the last one in a couple weeks. The vast majority of raiders who, like, went into top and DSR did not walk out the other end the same person. And that's not necessarily a better thing. A lot of the big problem was that between all of that was not a whole lot for that level of people. But it's a lot more for the people who wanted to do that type of activity. A lot of newer raiders in Endwalker too. No, I know a lot of people who have raided since, like, Heavensward, Stormblood, who just, they kind of hit their stride in Shadowbringers, or like late Stormblood, early Shadowbringers, and then Endwalker was just like, at that point, it's like, I think this might be too much to this point. I think there's not enough of a palate cleanse between that stuff. That was a big thing. There really wasn't much of a palette cleanser between all of that. Because a lot of people weren't going to do Island and there's no exploration zone. So, whereas a lot of the type of content that people definitely asked for made its appearance here. And a lot of it, like Criterion bosses are some of the best bosses we've had. Like raid-wise, like raid difficulty-wise. Like they're... Alright, I guess it's just... They can't... Okay, just not going to play this song. Okay. Goodbye audio, I guess. I was listening to that. But it was just brutal. It's not that bad to get Criterion now. Ether has a handful of PFs on most nights, especially weekends. See, the other thing, I don't think there is any... I don't think the gear grind is a concern. It's not even the staleness. It's literally people just want to be able to gear more jobs more quickly. Most people want to get to BIS on multiple things. It's just a pain. I know, I didn't mute it. Look, see? It's... You can... I didn't do that. Yeah, no, it's just an audio issue. One has to assume. But yeah, no, it's just a weird place because I think a lot of because Endwalker did a lot of things pretty well and a lot of things better, but the things it didn't do at all were the things that it fell under criticism for. But a lot of it is, again, I've been saying this since obviously all of the debate over the quality of Endwalkers happened. I've done this song and dance like 4 fucking times. Oh god, it's back. I've done this song and dance like 4 fucking times already. You know the only difference between right now and the last 3 times I had to have these exact conversations? There's more people playing the game now. Like literally, if we had gotten a relic grind, the volume of complaints would have just been significantly down. Any sort of like active engagement over the course of 6.x for that kind of stuff would have lessened a lot of the volume.
The attraction towards new experiences is powerful.
Powerful.
Alienware gear isn't made to resist that pull. It's made to accelerate it.
No, it's not.
You to new places,
I guarantee you it's not.
and leave familiar behind.
Like I said, there's no palette cleanser. So like in between all that crazy stuff, it was often filled with not doing anything at all, which wasn't an adequate palette cleanse for people who were playing the game. Because the thing that was supposed to fill the in-between... I also forgot, technically we had the Deep Dungeon prog in 0.3, but that doesn't count for too much because Orthos itself was kind of easy for a lot of people.
Blue seas, clear skies, and boundless possibilities.
Onion Knight the Goat. Yeah, so it's it's just a tough place.
Enjoying yourself for a change?
Because man, the thing I've loved about Endwalker is tying a lot of stories up and like revisit, because that's all post MSQ Endwalker has been. It's been about tying up a bunch of loose ends. Or at the very least giving epilogues to a lot of things. Which for me is a valuable experience. It's just not something I'll log in for every day. And we're still getting more. Like, we're not even done with the epilogues. We have the Alliance Tribe quests. We have Hildebrand. We have Tataru. We already got through Pandemonium, which was basically the actual finale of Endwalker. Myths of the Realm, which also like an epilogue to Endwalker in a lot of ways. We had the Omega quest series. All the tribe quests have been top quality so far. For me, I always just like new, because whenever 14 has something new is when it's, well, doing its best. I think most people agree on that. It's when new doesn't feel new anymore where people start, you know, kind of digging a little deeper. The Nutkin. He dropped his nuts. No, I don't think we have any lore on what that croc is. I only have one ask for Echoes of Vana'diel, and it's for it to be more like Ivalice and less like Nier. I don't want it to just be whatever we're doing there feels like it doesn't matter to like our world and our planet. The big thing is the glams. There are a lot of very popular Final Fantasy XI glams that will probably show up there, but at the same time, it's a question of which ones they'll bother with. Because there's too many. The bottom line is there's too many. They basically need to do a lot of job specific. Fortunately, a lot of stuff kind of overlaps with 14. A lot of the earlier Realm Reborn stuff is kind of like inspired or pulled right from artifact gear from 11. But there's so many gear sets. Well, we already have Scorpion Harness, so you're not going to see a Scorpion Harness. We already have Scorpion Harness in 14, so. No. It's almost certainly going to just be, much like how there's a region of 14 called Ivalice, there's probably a region in 14 called Vana'diel. That's if they're making it a natural progression and not some sort of weird near insert. The Hallbergen, yeah. Yeah, it could be a shard. It's always possible. Well, no, so here's the thing. There's a difference between a crossover and something that is referential. So, like, Ivalice is not a crossover, but people see it as one. It's not. It's a natural integration into 14's world. Whereas Nier is full-on, like, here's our crossover. It doesn't really matter. Oh yeah, the previous 11 crossovers are not canon to 14. No, I mean we don't know. We don't know what they're doing with Vana'diel. We don't know how they weren't clear enough on what the kind of process is for that. But yeah, the previous 11 events aren't canon to 14's world, so. No. Zaid. I don't think Zaid's going to be there. So Final Fantasy XI, a lot of people who don't play aren't aware of this. It's largely all of the main protagonists, main protagonists are women. So I expect that's also going to be the forefront here. Literally every expansion's main character is a woman. Every single one. They're all there. And they have, yeah, especially Prish. Yeah, I mean you have Prish, you have Ulmia, you have Lion, you have Aroha, you have Arciela, you know. So I suspect they'll probably keep true to that. They'll probably keep following in that line again. So I expect to see. I mean, it's not that I wouldn't expect to see some of the other characters, but all of them. Yeah, because like you do have male leads, but they're not the main characters of their expansions. Tenzin, Zaid, they're there. They're very important characters, but they're not the main character. Yeah, the main character of Promethea is Prish. Prish and Olmia kind of like a combo deal, I suppose. What's going on, Rogue? Good morning. Yeah, Lilithset. I mean, they're all, yeah, that's my point. They're all like that. I think Voracious is a bit of a toss-up because Lion is a main character in Voracious, but Voracious is the main. Debatable if Voracious is. I guess having not finished it yet, it's kind of debatable if Voracious has really a main heroine. No, Rhapsodies is a Roha. Voracious is not. Yeah, Iroha is Rhapsody's event. Voracious, they just finished back in May, and I still haven't finished it. I wouldn't say Voracious is random stuff. There's a main plot that happens there. Emily, welcome back. I think the one big one that any old school 11 player wants to see is Shadow Lord. I think that's the one boss that kind of has to show up. Hell no, you don't need to give him more upbeat music. Shadow Lord theme is a classic. And the Archangels, yeah. I mean, it depends on how much of the classic 11 people you want to please. They expect all 12 bosses to be recognizable 11 bosses. So, I mean, that gives you, like, Camelot, Eldnark, Shadow Lord, Promethea, Cloud of Darkness in more recent years, but I don't think they'll do that. That gives you Hades, which I also don't think they'll do. There's a lot. I don't think they'll touch Pandemonium Warden. I think Pandemonium Warden is something they want to bury. Because you got to remember, Pandemonium Warden was a boss that got them a lot of negative press. I don't think they ever want to go near Pandemonium Warden, like, and kind of resurface that again. The Noctules. The Noctules are really good. It's actually a lot of people really like them. The last Xylar boss is Eldnark. Although technically, if you want to go down the Apocalypse Nigh route, you have Shadow Lord, Nagmaloda, Eldnark, and Camelot. Yeah, Shinryu is the final boss of Abyssy. You have, what's her name? Lilith? For wings? What's her name? Is it Lilith? Yeah, it's Lilith. Yeah. Yeah, you have Lady Lilith for Wings of the Goddess. Mm-hmm. And then you have Alexander for the final boss of Ottergon, which they definitely won't do that. You know, Ottergon has, like, the least cool bosses. Like, they're not cool bosses, but they're definitely not the bosses people think about when they think of Final Fantasy XI stuff. No, Pandemonium Warden is the controversial fight. Absolute Virtue was the fight that was controversial amongst players. Pandemonium Warden got them a ton of actual negative press. AV people who played the game were pissed off about. Pandemonium Warden had articles written about it. No, it wasn't AV that made people throw up. It was Pandemonium Warden. The Yahoo article that made them change the 2-hour time limit, that was Pandemonium Warden. Now, that being said, I know people who did hold bosses for 30+ hours for Absolute Virtue, but they took sleeping shifts and no one ever got sick. So, Yeah. Again, I don't think they'll go near Pandemonium Warden. I think they want to bury that. But yeah, Ottergon doesn't really have a lot of great bosses to like reference. It really doesn't. They're bosses that like meant something to the people playing at the time, but they're not like hyper identifiable other than Alexander and Odin, and that's, you know, that ship has sailed. Yeah, and AV's already been done, so they're gone. That's not happening. No, AV had a loot table. The GMs were turning off the loot tables because people were exploiting stuff to actually beat the boss. The GMs actually disabled the loot table for the groups that were cheating. Because that's the only way anyone could figure out how to beat it. Yeah, Dark Soul Eater cheese, that wasn't until after they changed it. That was after the Pandemonium Warden debacle that the actual legit AV kills happened. Yeah, I'll have a video. I'll have the full reaction to everything out, and I'll have a thing. I'll probably go off stream. I'll probably turn the stream off to record the overview because I'm kind of on hardware. On the Mac, it's just been kind of weird to like even stream with, so I probably just end the stream and then record the overview to get that out because I need to. It would make some more sense to do it live, but it's just been such a pain. Hello, Aberrant. Well, it's a good thing you weren't here for all that, man. Because you would have been spoiled. The time limit fixed. There's reports of one, but I've never seen proof that it actually happened. There's reports of some kills. Oh, Leah, thanks for the gifted sub. It's often been associated with like AI breaks and stuff like that. Yeah, that was Remora's, Sabsa. That was Remora's. No, that's not going to play right now. The Remora one was the 28 hours. All Saints Week is October 27th. It's on the Lodestone. October 27th through November 13th. November 13th. Yeah, November 13th. Oh, good opening keynote though. I was pleasantly surprised with the opening keynote as a whole. It's what, 4:21 in the morning? I should probably eat something real quick and then get to recording. I bought a bunch of snacks for this little morning stream because I actually want to head back to bed for a few hours if I can. Because when's the earliest I need to be on the show floor? I guess the earliest I really, or the latest I really want to get there is like 10:45. We'll see. Yeah, because it depends on what I want to get to. Didn't choose to. Yeah, I woke up. I mean, I also woke up for work. Here I am. I will be live for like 30-ish minutes later today, but I'm doing that's something I'm doing with Twitch, so it's gonna be. I'm not gonna be like super active here. I'm gonna be participating in something else. So that's gonna be its own separate thing. I did get sleep. It's just I could get more sleep, and given I'm going to be up and about all day, I really should. I have a bunch of stuff scheduled for today that I have to do. I've got something at like 11. I've got something at 1:30. I've got something at 3:30. I've got something at, I think, 5:30, I want to say. Somewhere at that. Yeah. Thank you, Keiko. Yeah, and they're going to be starting their next thing. Yeah, and then not to mention with TwitchCon to turn away from FanFest stuff, there's a big question mark of YouTube. Because with now simulcasting stuff available, I'm not a huge fan of YouTube and the casting over there, but there is the possibility of that. But I'm probably just I would probably just be more so catering to Twitch while being live on YouTube and just making sure I can see anyone who is actually using it. Because with the new simulcasting rules, I can do that. There's a lot of other stuff that came into effect today too, that I have to look through and whatnot. I'm looking for some emote related stuff to get done as well, because I have a ton of emote slots that are unused even, and there's more animated emote slots coming. So yeah, I've got a lot of work cut out for me. Not to mention, all of yesterday I was getting emails from companies that I had to answer on my phone while I was standing in the middle of TwitchCon. The only pizza place worth going to in Las Vegas is Secret Pizza. Well, you get more bitrate, but being able to simulcast that bitrate is a whole different story. And so I don't have a fiber connection at home either. And I'm going to have to use H.264, which is fine, I already do, but it means I have to commit a lot of bitrate to YouTube as well. So that's going to be a big question. Yeah, I can't get fiber in my area, so that makes the simulcast a lot harder. That's the question, is can I do both properly? And we'll have to see. But yeah, that's a whole nother can of worms that needs to be unwrung to see if that is going to be a next step thing. Because I've got other stuff I was already working on, and now I've just kind of created a whole lot more work for myself. Because I'm also going to have to do a bunch of 11 stuff ahead of Echoes of Vana'diel. So I'm going to have to open that can of worms again as well. Might be worth a replay through of the stories in 11 to give people better ideas. Probably some standalone videos, more the actual... Because I've done a handful of 11 playthroughs. It takes about a month to go through the old stuff, not even including the new stuff. Although now that I've done it a few times, it doesn't take me as long, but it's still pretty brutal. All right, well, yeah, I'm going to quickly go grab a snack for something, and then I'm going to record the what's it called thing off stream. I'm also going to give my headset some I don't know how much battery this has left, so I actually want to give this a little bit. So that's what I'm going to, yeah, I've definitely got some 11 lore videos planned. There's a lot of people who have not played it, and I have to go over, but there's a lot to miss also, so it's a lot to mess around with. Yeah, so that's going to be it for me for FanFest. There's no other major thing I need to co-stream for all of FanFest. There's no live letter, so it's just the development panel, Gillionaire, the Sakaguchi panel. There's no more like info dumps. There's probably going to be the odd comment here or there that may be worth mentioning in a video, but that's it. And then we're also wondering if there's going to be interviews coming out of FanFest over probably next week, so there might be some of that as well. That's what happened with the NA timing also. But yeah, given I've still got TwitchCon and everything to go through, I got to make sure I'm alive enough to do all of that. So, with that, appreciate everyone who subbed, resubbed, stuck around through all the ads and the edges before we actually got started. Appreciate all the support as always, as you know, with the YouTube channel and everything. We'll still be kicking off. I am going to be starting a second YouTube channel to cover some other content in the near future. I've made my decision on that, so that's going to be even more stuff that I have to get done on the side, but that's fine because I think that's a necessary evil at this point. So yeah, when I come back from TwitchCon, all hands on deck. So hopefully everyone's ready for all that. Plus, I've got some planning to do for December because for my birthday, holidays, New Year, all that stuff, I've got some stuff I got to plan out. So, enjoy the panel. It's starting up in 3 minutes. Head over to the main stream, or if anyone else is co-streaming the panels, go ahead and join them. And I will see all of you later today, and then probably briefly tomorrow at some point I'll stream for like an hour or two. And then Monday I'll probably stream when I get back after I pick up the cats. And then Tuesday everything's back to normal. So thanks everyone for hanging out. Enjoy the rest of FanFest, and I will see you all later. Bye-bye.